Hello, welcome back. I'm Darcy Darkness, and this is Confessions from the Darkside. And today we are here to do Confessions from the Front Seat of the Impala. That's right, a supernatural discussion and breakdown series that we do here in Confessions from the Dark Side. And we are breaking down season 10. Yes, double figures, we're in now. And let's get the claim out of the way first because I'm going to get all Darcy about this. We are full of so much adult content that some of you may think it is unnecessary and some of you may think this is needy. If you are one of those people, then thanks for checking us out. But I will say this only once. If you can't stand heat, then get the fuck out of my kitchen. Now, for everyone else who likes what we have here, then regular scheduled programming will continue. Shall we get started? And are you ready? Today I invite you to sit back and take in Confessions from the Front Seat of the Impala, while I break down and pull apart each and every episode of Season 10. What is your favourite season of Supernatural? And what is your least favourite season and why? So the season 9 recap, the road so far, Pat Benatar, Heartbreaker, we see the Impala driving, all the stuff from season 9 bringing Sam back, loyalties between the brothers and Crowley, Marv talking about Castiel and his stolen grace, Dean changing, Sam's possessions with Gadriel slash Zeke because he was two different people, or he was portraying Zeke but he was actually Gadriel. Angels versus demons, who's worse? Sometimes you don't know. Mark of Cain, the control of the blade and the mark and how Dean has changed. Killing Abaddon. Marv killing Dean, or did he? Sam realizing he's a shit brother. Finally, let's go take a howl at the moon, the journey to where we are now. So, Supernatural Season 10, Episode 1. The recap is the fall, everything to do with the angels and the factions, Castiel losing his grace and liberating more from another angel, and how this is just a temporary fix. Marv, Metatron, and his destruction of heaven and the angels and his capture. As Metatron, well, the power went to his head. He killed Dean and he brought hell on earth, bringing the angels who were nuts in the first place, casting them out and throwing them down to earth, like we don't have enough of our own problems already. Kevin and the tablet and his demise by the hands of Sage, which is Sam and Gadriel, which is I'm calling him. Dean starting to change when he first gets the mark to being taken out Abadouche and him becoming his final form. Remember, if he doesn't kill, he feels like shit, and the only way to get through this is by killing. Crowley not giving the boys all the lore on the mark of Cain, as this was just a story that when Cain died, he became a demon and he became more powerful and unstoppable. Dean and Sam and the road so far from last season until now, as at the end of season 9, it was the start of a new story and the plot which ended in a cliffhanger, ready to start a new chapter. The one with Dean as a demon and all he loves to do is fuck, fight, and sing terrible karaoke. This is the besties version of Howling at the Moon, along with trolling Crowley. That's us all caught up. Are we ready for season 10? Double digits, new story, new plot, new characters, and new challenges. What is your favourite season of Supernatural? What team are you on, and are we having fun yet? Supernatural season 10, episode 1, Black. Recap, the fall. Everything to do with the angels, the faction, Castiel losing his grace, then liberating more from another angel, and how is this a temporary fix? Marv and his destruction of heaven, and the angels and his capture. So 10 Black. Sam torturing demons to find Dean. Sam exorcising demons and trying to find Dean, like, for once. Well done. You actually are acting like a real brother for once. Trying to find him and no omens, no weird phenomena. Sam's listening to a police scanner and looking at federal websites looking for Dean. He's injured, it seems, but he's still looking for him. Sam has found a lead. He phones Castiel and he's coughing up a lung. And I remember Castiel stole someone else's grace. The grace from another angel is a temporary fix. It doesn't completely heal you, but it gives you enough juice to basically to stay an angel, but it burns out as quickly as you put it in because it's obviously not yours. So he again would have to top himself up until he finds his real grace, or if he finds his real grace, you never know. A guy missing for 3 years from a cult killed his family and now he's been found murdered. Is Dean going after bad people as he has the mark and he's killing? And killing is good apparently. He's on a murder mystery tour with Crowley. Sam was injured by a demon with Castiel as he is half masked. He doesn't have his own grace, like I said. Dean is doing terrible karaoke and he's singing the song by Right Said Fred that was out in the 90s, I believe, called I'm Too Sexy. It's just so fucking funny when he's singing it, and I can just really love because it's like a dive bar and he's singing like terrible karaoke in it all the time. And everyone's sick of it. Crowley looks so fucking embarrassed that he's choosing to sing these sorts of songs. Dean gets snoo, as he does, and says don't argue about good sex because she wanted a quickie and apparently he wanted to just have a good time. He didn't want to rush it. Jerk, bitch. Well, pleasantries between Crowley and Dean as he had sex in Crowley's bed to troll him, like I keep saying, he's trolling the fuck out of him. Crowley and Dean playing foosball and they lose. It's a lot of bromancing, trying to become like the new Destiel, which is Castiel and Dean. I do feel that Crowley tried to replicate that when he was manipulating Castiel in season 6. But he wanted Dean to himself. He calls them Moose and not Moose because he does want to be part of that, and he wants. Even all the demons seem to want to be part of that, even though they try and act like they don't. The woman that Dean was banging has been harassed by a guy at the bar, and Dean battles fuck out of him, trying to be a bit a white knight, but apparently she doesn't like that. And it's just like, pick a fucking side, man. Crowley knows that the blade is in control, but Dean seems to always be the white knight no matter what. So whether he has the mark of Cain or not, he will still fight the good fight no matter what. Anna visits Cast, or Hannah, sorry. Hannah is one of the angels that was like in that cult that was obsessed with Castiel. She sends awkwardness because he is in his pants and a robe. And they're discussing what's going on in heaven. And she keeps saying that heaven needs his help. Do you really want to go back there after everything? The fallen angels, some have gone rogue, but they're coming back home, I think. It seems that they obviously know that being on Earth is maybe not for them and they maybe just want to go back and kind of pick up where things were left off or maybe start a new future up there, but it's basically going to be a long time because of the factions and the war and everything like that, and people having to pay the price for taking out angel on angel warfare, basically. Dean is giving someone a speech. It's an angel, the guy that has been murdered is an angel looking for Dean because he has the mark of Cain, and they're trying to take out demonic and the demonic and strong weapon. Dean is taking them out. When they track him down, they are coming to him and not having to go look for him. In the gas station, he reads a porno, as you do, in front of people in broad daylight, and then sets about the angel. It's all caught in tape, and Sam sees the black eyes on Dean, and now Dean has seen this before. When he's going to hell, he would have nightmares about it, and yet he slid into the role fine here without any repercussion. The angels are trying to kill Dean. It's so and so is this random military dude, and he's actually in a couple of episodes this season. His name is Cole, by the way. So Castiel still has his pimpmobile, that really god awful car of his. Castiel lies to Hannah and says he's doing okay when she's there, when obviously Hannah knows he's talking shit and looks like shit. Sam goes to investigate the murder, and the guy in the gas station calls him porn guy because obviously he's reading a porno. He said he was having a Code Brown moment. He said he didn't speak to him. Yes, Sam, what that's fault. Not everybody handles violence like you, Sammy boy. So the guy having a Code Brown moment is incredibly normal. He says his brother is dead and that Crowley has put a demon in him. I bet you Crowley would love to put a little demon in him if he could. Because that's the sort of sordid man Crowley is. I don't think Sam realizes that when you have the mark of Cain and you die, what would happen to you, because remember Crowley had kept that little nugget to himself because it was rumour or lore, it wasn't actually fact. They didn't know, or he claims he doesn't know. Crowley also adds that Dean isn't his pet but his bestie, and it tells him to know that Sam isn't happy with the situation as Crowley has what he has always wanted, a Winchester bestie. The angel is talking fishing and how he enjoys it to Castiel. The angel says he is unknowingly casted out in the fall, which wasn't his choice, and he has learned what it's like to be human and what it's like to have a life worth fighting for. Because technically, when you're an angel, you're immortal. Being a celestial being, you'd live, you wouldn't die unless you're killed. When they become human, they know how precious life is because it's a short time. The angel tells Castiel to stay for the sunset again, the simple things we take for granted, which is true. Peter Crowley having a heated discussion about he has been keeping in check by giving. Does the Tin Man have a sheet metal willy? Crowley, what the fuck are you going on about? Crowley, accept what you are and go back to work. We are not ending the party. Out with the club circuit and in with the stadium tour. He mentions he spoke to Moose earlier, who's Sam, and he's been tracking them. Sam didn't realise Crowley knew he was tracking him, but he is bored, so he let him track him. Dean manages to continue his terrible karaoke and annoy the fuck out of the bar again as he keeps singing one-hit wonders. And some one-hit wonders are not that great. It makes you wonder why they're one-hit wonders and also why they were hits when they were shit in the first place. I protected your honour, Dean, to the woman he was banging. She said it wasn't honour what he was doing. She said he's not a good guy, but she still let him put his penis in her. What does that say about her? She's not obviously very nice. Low standards, no standards even. No shame, no kink shame, no shame at all. The military guy abducts Sam and ties him to a chair, and the military guy calls Dean and tells him to speak. Punches Sam and says, like, speak to Dean. He goes, there'll be no exchange, and he isn't coming for Sam because remember, Dean is a demon and he doesn't care apparently. But Cole doesn't know that he's a wee bit late to that party, not knowing that he is the demon at this point. Dean says, my brother knows I am a man of my words, meaning if he's not coming for you, he's not fucking coming for you, so Cole, you're fucked. You picked the wrong person to kidnap, you dumbass. Supernatural Season 10, Episode 2, Reichenbach. Recap, Crowley and Dean besties for life. The mark and how it has been kept in check. Sam's butthurt, finally he lost his brother and is actually trying to get him back. It's just taken 10 years. Castiel and his drama, will he keep taking grace that doesn't belong to him, or will he just let himself die? Sam says Dean is a monster and that Sam is in a hostage situation. An altercation between two men and a man has been killed, and his son says daddy, and it's Dean murdered his father, and the man who has captured Sam is retelling the story. As I said, Cole is going to be in a few episodes this season, but it all started that his dad wasn't born a monster. He became a monster. But again, we find out as well that Cole's dad was a monster that Sam and Dean had never came across before. And when Dean took him out, he didn't know his son was there, and that son was Cole. So he took out his dad, and for years, Cole wanted to find Dean, and that's why he trained doing lots of different martial arts, went into the military and stuff, so he could take him out. So it's basically him just trying to tease Dean out because he has his brother, and thinking that his brother will come eventually for blood and all that carry on. But they don't know how far off the reservation Dean is since he got the mark, and then he died, and then he came back as a demon, and now he's killing all the bad guys. You never know. Dean isn't Dean right now, Sammy. No shit. The guy is wanting revenge, and again, he would. Dean has given up Sam, and Cole, the kidnapper, has said he can shoot him between the eyes. Again, like I said, he was in the military, so he'd be a relatively good shot. Sam is trying to tell the guy, though, Cole, that the monsters he has seen in war isn't the same as what they fight. Sam is going to get battered with a sledgehammer because he picks that up because I think he's just because Sammy's talking shit and just wants him to shut the fuck up. Instead of asking him to shut the fuck up, he's going to help me a fucking sledgehammer instead. It's a bit excessive, but hey, gets the job done. I can only imagine. Cherry Pie by Warren playing its sleazy pole dancing song, and he's actually in a strip club, so it fits perfectly. I do love the song Cherry Pie. It is a good one. It's a very, very good one with a very sleazy music video as well. Dean ends up being cheeky and being a dick to the woman. He ends up touching her, and the bouncer comes over, and then, well, Dean, Mark again, ends up not standing anymore anyways, the bouncer. Sam says, shove it up your ass. Shove what up your ass, you dirty bastard? Okay, and tortures him some more. Sam briefly went to hell, has been Lucifer, he's been possessed by others, and he has no soul and still managed to torture himself through guilt. So physical pain, I doubt, would do much. Yes, it would hurt, but he's a tough guy. He's a Winchester after all. Crowley wants a chat with Dean about his anger management issues, or lack of control, wouldn't you say? Again, the mark, the blade, the thirst for violence, this is not something that is supposed to be controlled. It's supposed to be a way to live free, and his consequences will. He will deal with them if he ever gets out of this. Because remember, actions have consequences, people. Hannah wants to stay and help Castiel. We said it's very human. She's confused, but it's a compliment, apparently. Castiel has just found out that Dean's a demon, but they're unsure how this has happened. Did they not know about the lore, the stories of when Cain tried to end himself, he became the ultimate weapon? A full-blown demon with the mark of Cain. Castiel, I think the Winchesters are a bad influence on you, Hannah, to Castiel. His response was, they are a little rough around the edges, but they are my friends. Yes, they are, Castiel, and remember that we are being a douche. Castiel is in a very bad way, as we know, and he seems to just be deteriorating. Even the King of Hell cannot handle Dean, and also he's getting annoyed by him big time because he's doing one thing, then doing another, and then just doing the exact opposite again. He's just annoying the shit out of him. He sounds like a Viagra commercial. That was Dean Crowley, which is funny. Crowley is bargaining with Dean. Really? Now? He's bringing too much attention. He said he's an addict and he is spending the rest of his life chasing that dragon. Kill for you? No, for us. You're going to snap eventually, it's going to build up, and you cannot take it anymore. Dean is going to kill bad people for Crowley, okay? But is it Crowley bad, or everybody else bad, or Dean bad? That is the question. The deals take the job, feed the beast, Crowley to Dean. Castiel and Hannah are rescued by a human when they break down, and she basically hasn't received kindness, I think, when she's been, even though the human herself would have been the vessel. But Hannah, the angel, I don't think has ever witnessed or felt human kindness. And she just said it's very human of you. And she just doesn't understand why this stranger is helping her. And again, if they believe they're but fabled stories that being nice to your fellow man, then she would understand that some humans do follow that. But hey, she doesn't. She doesn't understand kind gestures or nice gestures. But anyway, there is plenty of stories about them, which we know are stories and not actual truth. Hannah seems to be similar to Castiel and doesn't get dramatic sarcasm as she jokes about being an axe murderer and not being nice. The woman who's rescued them and tells her there's 3 bean surprise in the fridge, and again Hannah doesn't understand what the surprise is. Dean goes up behind this guy named Lester that wants his wife killed because he has a pretty wife apparently and he has money, and apparently he doesn't like the fact that his wife's having an affair because she's always only married him for money and not for love, which again happens, not just women marrying men for money and clout and fame and things like that. Men marry women sometimes for the same thing too. It's the same kind of spectrum. But he sells his soul because he wants his wife to die for having an affair. And he wants to watch it as well, which he's a wee sick puppy about that. And Dean says that as well, that he's a sick puppy about it. And the guy tries to square up to Dean as well, like, I fucking own you type thing. And Dean's like, are you fucking kidding me? You don't fucking deserve that. Do you know what I mean? He's like so angry. The fact that yes, he's killing bad people, but Lester technically is a bad person as well because he wants his wife to die and he wants to watch it. Like he can't do it himself, so he's dishing out things to others. So like Dean will does say to him. Like he said that he's sleeping around on his wife first as well, so he calls it science and he's not meant to be with one woman and to spread their seed. Dean says you're a loser with a hot wife, but he still cheated on his wife, but it's okay for him to do it because he's a man, but not for her. Because he's the rich one and he's the one with everything, all that shit. Again, double standards. Cheating is not good in any sort of form, shape or form. So it doesn't matter who's the more rich or has more wealth and who's more successful. It shouldn't matter. If things don't work out, then there is such a thing as separation and divorce. Do it. Just don't do that. Again, the bouncer at the club that Dean gives a beating to IDs him to Sam because again Sam is playing FBI agent. Cole the torturer is following Sam because he's let Sam go thinking that if he lets him go then he'll most likely follow his brother, find his brother, and that's all the hard work for him done, which is smart, unlike Sam who is gullible as fuck and we all know that. Again, Castell has fallen asleep and when he wakes up, he's wakened up by a little girl watching cartoons, and as he's sleeping, she asks him if he had a good dream, and he made the little girl laugh, and he smiles as her dream was about a snot rocket. Yes, a snot rocket. Crowley's raging because Dean killed the client and got nothing, basically, bad math, and Dean says, there you go. Crowley says, don't turn your back on me, and Dean puts him on his arse, and his underlings laugh, and this pisses Crowley off. He seems to think he can keep control of Dean, even though he made a deal with him. Manipulating Dean or failing, maybe trying. He tells him to pick a side. Dean's response, or what? Make a move, see how it ends. I ain't your bestie, stay out of my way. Crazy ones are great for a fling, but not good for a long term relationship. That's Crowley to Dean, saying that he's basically finished with this shit show. You know what, Dean? It's not me, it's you. Oh, that is so bad when someone says that, because you know it's you when they say it, if you weren't aware. Hannah says maybe I should drive, and Castiel says good idea because he's not in the very good place to be driving since he's dying on his arse. Hello, Bullwinkle. Did you miss me? Crowley to Sam. Dean's your problem now. Forever. Crowley to Sam. Well, it technically would be, it's his brother, so. Again, Castiel's woken up again. He's at the sandpit with Hannah and they're visiting Metatron. To be asshat that he is. She's heard about Castiel and wants to know about his grace. Metatron, you ain't getting out. Freedom! You don't deserve it for destroying heaven and the angels, bringing hell on earth because of your Napoleon complex. He wants freedom for grace, not a deal, and not a good one. Large and in charge, Castiel. Metatron claims that Hannah wants to be dominated. Is he jealous? Because he couldn't dominate himself out of a wet paper bag. Words hurt. This is a response to Metatron when Castiel says liar to him. That's actually really nice. There are much worse words that he could use for that wee cock. Metatron says he is a liar, yet when someone else says it, then it's wrong. Dean cuts his hand with a blade and he can hear Crowley ask if he's human or a demon as it heals in front of him. Sam is in front of Dean, and this is the first time since Metatron killed him and he became the demon and his full evolution. Dean's Jekyll and Hyde act is like pretty hot though. Where, yeah, it really is. Sam says cannot walk away, but he will fix it. They both will. Dean wants to rip his throat out with his teeth. Sexy, but to your brother, mate, read the room. That's wrong on so many levels. Sam doesn't care what he's done, and he and his brother. Sam doesn't care what he's done, and he's his brother, and he's here to take him home. And then he laughs at Sam. A flashbang is thrown into the bar, and it's Cole, and the wee dick that he is. Dean comes out to play. Sees Sam being messed with. He lets Sam escape on purpose. Great, a groupie, and he found out he killed the guy's father. He said it was dumb. He let him live, and he was played out of this fight like 1,000 times in his mind. But apparently, he's better than Dean, really. Dean's adapted. He's like souped up on roids, man. The guy is told to shoot him, and he said that isn't payback. And then he dances in a knife fight and loses to Dean, and Dean tells him he's not as good as he thinks he is. Well, yep, because he's being cocky about it. Cole isn't liking that Dean is faster than him. Of course he's not. He's competitive. Cole pulls a knife and cuts Dean across the face and it heals in front of him. What are you? I'm a demon. Yep. Dean won't kill Cole even though he told him to. Sam throws holy water on him and it gets the magical cuffs on him. Oh. And says it's over, Dean. Is it? Or is it just getting started putting kinky cuffs on him? Crowley says he doesn't get the My Precious, so he's going to hide the blade for him. Samantha? No one likes to tease Crowley to Sam. Don't we just love it? The little, like, here and there, back and forth with those two. Crowley always has the best line. Cole, give me every book you have in demons. He just goes to a random place and he does that because he's trying to now read up on demons because the things he's seen he cannot fucking believe. Crowley is stroking the first blade. He was never worthy of being chosen, but he remembers their fun time together, sex, drugs, and karaoke. Oh, and killing sometimes. Sam is sympathising with Dean about him letting Cole away. Dean didn't show him mercy as he didn't die, and now he has to live with knowing he lost to Dean, and he couldn't avenge his father, so that's an even worse penalty and punishment that he couldn't take him out. No mercy was dished out today, it seems to Dean Winchester. He's back, but not the Dean we know and love. He's something else. Supernatural season 10 episode 3 Soul Survivor. The recap is punishment, angel punishment, going after the angels. That won't comply because that will work out in everyone's favour, won't it? Not. Crowley and Dean's romance is over. Dean Winchester, human Dean. Dean Winchester, the demon. Dean is uncontrollable. Even the King of Hell was struggling. It's over, Sam to Dean, when he puts him in the cuffs and brings him home. A priest is giving someone the last rites, and Sam is there at this hospital getting blood, stealing blood even. He's now back at the bunker with the blood, and he's in the cupboard and into the secret dungeon where he keeps the best toys of all. Best toys of all. Dino, of course, even though that's creepy and that's his brother. Manipulation and nasty talk from Dean because he's trying to get Sam to hate him and for Sam to take him out so he can actually probably get out himself. Sam throwing holy water and then has a needle full of blood and he's about to inject him, and that's what they did to Crowley when they made him human. I hate shots, Dean to Sam. Sam, I hate demons, yet you had sex with plenty and let them in. Yeah, that was Dean telling him, yeah, you might hate demons now, but you had sex with you. You've been possessed. So don't you fucking start your shit with me, mister. Dean is in full on excellent Captain Howdy mode at the moment. Castiel and Hannah Humans say they're fine, it's just what we do. Not all humans do, Castiel. Some like the attention. No one knows because Cass isn't an attention whore. Sam is trying to change Dean from demon to human, and that Castiel knows this may not work, and then his actions must be taken to prevent him from becoming any worse than he is. Typical Crowley doing a job half-assed and then getting bored halfway through and then walking away. Such a bad role model, isn't he? We all know a few of them. The lore hunters, the menolators, what a load of crap it all is. What, you got nothing? Dean to Sam, and this is the new real him. Guys like me are the natural order. Dean to Sam. Crowley filled in Sam's blanks about the atrocities that Sam has done to get to where he is to have Dean back. Sam found a way of getting Crowley. He used Lester at a bar. He was the one who got him to sell his soul to Crowley to kill his cheating wife, but he didn't stop him making the deal, and Sam only wanted to torture the Crossroads demon, not to make a deal and turn Lester. He get killed by Dean. Now he knows Dean has killed him. Sam has become the monster and used him. It cost him his life and his soul. Dean says Sam is actually worse than he is. Well, for doing that, that was a bit cheeky of Sam to do that, but hey. Dean asks if Sam has the stomach for what's coming next if this doesn't work, which we could he? I don't know. Crowley is in hell on his throne dishing out punishments to demons and followers who wronged him when he was gone. Because again, if you leave your throne down there, you're fucked. Because someone will try and sit in it and someone will try to take over. Crowley has just been told that Castiel is at his weakest and wants updates on his decline. He secretly still ships him, doesn't he? He really, really does. He wanted to create the perfect hell with Dean and he failed. So I think he just like kind of thinks about all the stuff that he has done that's been positive with the boys and also Castiel as well. Even he had like a relationship with Dick, for fuck's sake. Dick Roman, not actual penis. Or we don't know because he literally has got such a raw magnetism when he talks about sex, to be honest, Crowley. So you never know where his penis has been. You never know. He was thinking of better days and reminiscing with Dean by his side, a disciple of his. He can be his wingman and not be an embarrassment. Would you be Crowley's wingman? I would show him he don't need no wingman. There is one right in front of him. Yeah, I said it. Crowley wears the shit out of his suit, and with that sass and his mannerism as well, it does things to a girl, isn't that right? I am not the only one that gets fluffy feelings for the King of Hell, I can assure you. Sam is on the phone to Castiel and he says Sam is barely holding on and he feels like he may kill. But Dean and Castiel are dying in front of us right now. Castiel is trying to give him the tough love. You may need to kill your brother, Pish again, but he's not your brother. Make up your mind, fucking Castiel. You're so fucking indecisive. Dean tells him to stop and he chose Crowley over family and that he would do it again. He blames Sam for the death of their mother, Mary, again. He really went there. Sam has held this guilt for his full life. Even though technically it's not his fault, technically it's his mum's fault because his mum made a deal when his dad was killed back in the 70s. So she could literally have her family and stuff. So bullshit, Dean, you know that and you know you how to push Sam's buttons. Well done, Demon Dean, saying John was a terrible father, brainwashing them and ruining their lives for his purpose. Well done, Dean. He would never have said that about John. The demon inside him told it how it is. I absolutely loved that part. Anyone else hungry to betray me? Crowley to his flock. A member of his flock is now standing up to Crowley and says they aren't living this life, this fealty to a false king, and then unalive himself by setting himself on fire. Crowley was surprised he didn't see that one coming, apparently. It's weird because Crowley seems to be getting wet over this. How his flock, he the shepherd, the flock are turning in another direction. Is he losing his touch? Is he a lost cause? Are the demons in hell sick of Crowley's heart? I heart the Winchesters, and does more of the humans than they are them? Are they feeling betrayed? Hannah is clear on not only her priorities but also Castiel. Save Dean at all costs, or die trying. The angel they were after has taken out the attendant in a gas station and he asks if she leaves Hannah alone, but she can kill him. But she wants to torture Hannah by killing Sam in front of her. Sam is in Dean's room and he finds the pictures of their mother and Dean when he was a wee boy. Like I said, Dean is different because of John and that the time he had with his mother was cut short, but this is because of what his mother did, her deal with Azazel, to save John. So not Sam's fault. Mary and the deal of times past and how it's always going to happen as it was written. Crowley has shown up with Astiel and he's about to die. Yes, Castiel, Astiel. It's something that Metatron calls Castiel. Crowley says, and that will do. He slits the angels and then steals their grace. Looks at Hannah and says, why can't you just sit on the clouds and play the harp like you are supposed to? After all this time, the images of angels aren't what they truly are. This show brings the angels to light. Angels are warriors. They are an army of the Lord, and they will take out anyone that gets in their way for the greater good. He puts the grace in a vial with a skull on it, very emo wee Crowley. Dean is out and about. Sam is hunting like a wee stalker. Dean is in the kitchen shouting you want to spend some quality time with your big brother as he holds a hammer, very Jack in the Shining of him. As Castiel is dying, Crowley says it's hers. You're clean, referring to him killing the angel and him harvesting her grace. Apparently Castiel dead is useless. See, Crowley has a care in the world for those boys and Castiel. But he says, you owe me. He helped him for business. He told him to fix the problem, including killing him. He's not sentimental yet. He saved an angel and he's a demon and the king of hell and shared information for both sides because he likes to play both sides because he is the king of hell. Sam has cut the power, childish or smart, who knows, which sets the alarms off and everything closes. Dean doesn't want to leave until he finds Sam, so he thinks it's a waste of time. The cuffs only work if you're a full demon, so nothing was keeping him there now. The human part outweighed the demon part for him at that point in time. Is it weird that Dean is much hotter in his transition from demon to human again because he still has the bad boy part of him? It's just weird. Dean likes what he has become apparently, a pushy, strong and an uncontrollable hunger. He's taken down the electrical closet door, trolling by Dean. He wants to finish this game. Is he wasting time on purpose or is he actually out of answers? Castiel has taken him from behind and he's angry at all. I wouldn't be. Sorry, well, I'm not sorry for that. Castiel says it's over Dean and his eyes go angelic. Only humans can feel pure joy and profound pain, and apparently this is easier. The black eyes are gone, but there's something not okay right now. They throw holy water on him and Sam says, welcome back, Dean. But for how long though? It seems a bit too easy, if I'm honest, that he's just randomly became a human again. Dean is out of it, but better Sam thinks. The blood cure wrecked him, but also helped him. He's hungry again, so he's away to get him some junk food and shoving it in his face. Dean is no longer a demon and he still has the mark though, so it's still a big problem. He's going to get drunk after picking up some of Dean's food for Dean. Who knows the last time Dean actually ate for nourishment? Because remember, they don't, demons. Castiel to Dean, you look terrible. Crowley stole grace for him. He thanks Castiel and he said, I tried to kill him, yet Dean is like, that's so screwed up, our lives, saying that type of shit. Castiel has said for Dean to take some time and get back into the swing of things before the next big bad and the next battle comes a knocking, I suppose. A red-haired woman at a fire and two dead hotel employees on the ceiling. Ooh, she's here. I have missed her. And this season is introducing new characters with great backstories, opening more plot holes they will need to fill in the future. Are we ready? Episode 4, Season 10, Paper Moon. Recap: Dean, Demon, Black Eyes, exercising and ritual purify blood. Dean is back. Castiel giving Dean advice to heal. He should fucking take that advice himself. So they're in a biker bar, Panhead Roadhouse, a red-lipped woman with a bracelet. Right, okay. Paper Moon is actually got a character from another season. It's the one where they make the kind of it's like American Werewolf in London type thing, where you can see the transition of someone from the first scratch or bite to when they transition to a werewolf for the first time and the things that they have to do to become a werewolf and to stay a werewolf and things like that. And remember, the girl actually walked away while her sister got in a car accident and she was sick and she went back and she went to help her. She turned her into a werewolf. Her sister was very quiet, very demure and shy. And then, as you can imagine, when you get a persona of a monster, if you're not actually a pure blood werewolf, you develop a persona, maybe a persona that you might not have been when you were human, because everything you feel is amped up. Her life is going to be taken away from her, and she's now alive. She's got this strength and she's got this power. She wants to use it. She doesn't want to be that quiet, demure wallflower anymore. She wants to use her power to do many things because she's strong. This episode, again, it's about family and how obviously she turned her sister, but the boys are always having hearty hearts in this constantly. The new opening title is an upside down pentagram with the horns up. They're inverted and not down. So you've got two at the top. And the blue flames are. Is this a representation of the angels in heaven, but also reality of how there is good? If there is good, then there also must be evil, or the balance, maybe. They are taking some we time, not me time, making up for lost time, mending bridges and fences in a relationship. The milk run in and out, I can think of a few things that are in and out, and it ain't no milk run, Dean. Why does he always make things sound so kinky and dirty? So yeah, Kate, basically, her sister wants to create a new pack, and she ends up having to take her sister out, basically, because her sister Tasha has become a monster, an actual very like rogue monster, and she's like just being a douche, to be honest. And she knows that Kate has had to control herself from losing control, but her sister doesn't want to do that. So let's say you're right. Maybe I'm not ready to hunt, but I'm trying to do the right thing, as I'm so sick and tired of doing the wrong thing. And that's Dean. This episode just seems to be a lot of Dr. Phil moments, like the 90s TV show psychology shit that you used to get on talk shows and stuff. It kind of is like that because they're kind of trying to amend bridges of everything that's happened, all right up to now, even not just last season, but for the past 9 years, and how they have to kind of live with each other, kind of forget about what happened, kind of work through it as well, and just try and adapt the relationship to where they are now, protecting each other, and they don't know what the hell will happen with the Mark, because the Mark is there, but he's no longer a demon, so there's a lot of shit going on. So Supernatural, Episode 5, Season 10, fan fiction. Ugh. This is the musical episode. It just starts off with like a typewriter writing. I wrote for fuck's sake. And this is why, because I fucking hate this episode. Teens make a supernatural musical, Darkside of the Moon. Where is the Samuel? Oh god. An all-girl cast playing the brothers and everything. I said I hate this episode. So Dean is working on Baby just because he may not be a hunter anymore. He can hunt already. He can still work in the car, regroup, take your time, get back to it slowly but surely, fighting side by side. All the girls, again, a school teacher goes missing. We find out that it's actually a deity, like a goddess, called Calliope, which is weird because Calliope is actually the name of Felicia Day's daughter in real life, who plays Charlie in this. So it was nice that she's actually used that name. Boys walk in and basically you hear someone say idiots because they're trying to be Bobby. They get really confused because they're all girls and they're like got beards in their face, like painted on and stuff. They just look at each other going, what the fuck? It's from the books. So what they're doing is they're taking Chuck's books and they're recreating them on the bigs, but on the stage. They find out about Destiel, if you weren't sure what Destiel is basically the fanfic of Dean and Castiel, not about their friendship a lot of the time. Well, it's fanfic, and you know what happens in fanfic, people? I don't think I need to spell it out. But if you'd like me to read out some fanfic in the future, you can let us know in the comments below, because we say we're going to do that at the end of season 15. We'll do that. He's so confused, man. They can't wrap his head around it. They couldn't wrap their head around it before either. So again, it goes a bit weird and again a bit Bravehearty with speeches. Calliope goes on about how she would have sacrifices again. It reminds me of that Paris Hilton episode where it was like she was a Greek goddess or a goddess and she used to be worshipped, but then she had to become Paris Hilton because of the way the world had been, that gods meant nothing and goddesses, so they had to become what was popular so that they could actually get the sacrifices they needed to keep alive, stay alive, keep alive, and all that. So yes, so no thank you. That episode at the end, Chuck's there and he gives his blessing. Now I'm recording this after I've watched The Boys season 4, the 3 episodes that were up. If you haven't seen them, you're going to see a whole lot of Chuck, so please prepare yourself. I am not giving you spoilers, but you just really need to prepare yourself for that. That is all I'm saying. So episode 6, season 10 is called Ash Jeeves. It's got recap, the lore, what a load of crap, Dean, the real me, or is it? Brothers Bond, Love and Life, Abaddon, Gins, vampires, parasites, lots of old demons and monsters, and everything up to now in the road so far. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Are you kidding me? This is a house of lore and history of things go bump in the night. There's a map. I remember this one actually. Right. So this one is somebody has left message for Bobby about the death of this rich woman, and something has been left by him, and you find out that he actually, Bobby had went and dealt with with a shapeshifter, basically. The woman had an affair with a shapeshifter and she ended up having a child, and if you remember what shapeshifters are like, when they have children they come back for them, but she didn't want to give up her child. Bobby helped her, as he did, good guy Bobby, and the shapeshifter no one knew about. No one knew about her. She worked in the house and everything like that, but the butler knew. How, as you know, when people die, you get everybody coming out the woodwork for money and possessions and shit. That's pretty much, it happens even more so with people with money and people who are rich. So this is basically what happens. Family that no one gives a fuck about is literally just showed up. And then we find out that one of the maids, or the housekeepers, is actually the daughter of the woman who died, and they have to take it out basically. Sam gets absolutely, it's Cougar Central, and they are fucking obsessed with him. He's like catnip for them. I do not understand why. Sammy is catnip for older ladies. They all seem to want to have sex with him for some reason. He obviously just gives out a vibe. There's that episode. The boys heart about how he killed the shifter. His first shot killed her, but he went mental with it and he got anxious, making sure he'd done it right. And he puts on the music and then they continue to drive. It's the first kill after everything, but Sam is worried. Should he be worried? Are we worried? Supernatural, episode 7, season 10, girls, girls, girls. So they do a recap of Sam being captured by Cole and the Jeffrey's father. Again, the redhead again, and the deaths. Witchcraft, of course. Hannah and Castiel and dangerous temptations between them. Oh my. Angel and angel. Bang bang. A woman running in leopard print, tall as fuck shadow is following her. We find out that this is like an escort service that some crossroad demons have come across. So what they do is get some pretty girls. They text like people from like online dating, and Sam says it's a catfish thing because Dean gets this gorgeous, apparently gorgeous woman like showing him attention online, and then she asks for payment, but it's not payment in money, it's payment in a soul. So they find out that they've been cashing his souls in early, and Crowley loses his shit because he says a deal is a deal. When you get 10 years, you get the soul. And people should have those 10 years now. So that means that he is very good at negotiating and he does understand that he has deals there for a reason. And these people are ripping the piss out of him. And he's just like, no, you're not filling the quota. This is not basically, hitting a quota. When you give 10 years, you're supposed to give 10 years. You're not supposed to do that. And the catfishing is definitely real here. We find out that the powerful witch is called Rowena and she's trying to build a new coven type thing because she's all alone. 18th century demons been taken out by powerful witchcraft, and the spell hasn't been used by anyone in the 300 years. And then only one witch could have done it, which was her. It's a new character, new backstory, new story, new plot holes, and no one could do it any better than the actress that plays Rowena. She's brilliant, and she's Scottish in real life, and she's actually with the guy who plays Chuck in real life as well, and they just had a baby recently, so congratulations to them. But we do miss Rowena. She is an amazing actress, and I absolutely love the fact that her accent's not fake, and she is Scottish, so therefore it's not played on, and it doesn't sound like shit like it usually does when people try and be Scottish when they're not. Hannah is being chased by her real husband in the body of the vessel basically, and she feels like she's done everything in that body and that she should return to her husband, which is actually a really nice thing because she realizes like her husband's actually hurting and it's causing him pain, and she makes the decision to leave. She finds another vessel, but I think she goes to heaven, and then she comes down a couple of times in this season, but that's basically her kind of written out of it, that her vessel should go home to the husband because she could feel her suffering basically. Boys find Rowena and she casts a spell, and the new recruits try that are under the spell so she can escape. Cole is there and he's trying to seek his own revenge again. Fails. He doesn't understand why Dean isn't a demon no more. Well, catch the fuck up, mate. Cole wants Dean to take him out and he said he's going to sort this in 5 minutes. If you don't like what you hear and you still want me dead, you can take that shot, Dean to Cole. He finds out his dad was a monster all along. Cole says, how can I believe you? He says he feels betrayed as he didn't know who or what his father was. Dean says we better go, and Rowena is in the wind apparently. And Dean sends Cole packing because he's needed home because he's got responsibilities back at home, and he said you really need to go. Crowley's speaking to one of his demons in a workman's vessel. Crowley opens a dungeon door. He's talking shite again, and Rowena is hanging up. King of what? I heard you. We're short, Rowena to Crowley. She keeps saying wee boy, something the matter with you? Cat got your tongue. Meow. And Crowley turns around and says, "Mother," and then it ends. Episode 8, Hibbing 911 of season 10. Recap the Mark and how Dean, he used to be a demon, now he's human again. Talking about past cases with Jodie and also Alec. Sheriff Donna and Doug's a dick, which is Donna's ex-husband. And Donna was remembering the season where it was the thing about the fat-sucking demons from Peru making people thin. They're back in Minnesota for a conference, and Jodie meets Donna for the first time, and well, they don't really hit it off because Donna's like really, really happy and bouncy, and Jodie's like cynical as fuck. Donna's ex-husband treats her like shit, and he says something nasty about her weight and things, and really upsets her. And she said, "You can do way better than him." Which made her smile, but she was still really upset because obviously still has feelings for Doug when she probably shouldn't, but hey, things happen. The boys are researching in the bunker about the Mark of Cain. Werewolf transgenderism. Men have let us have everything, but what do we do about the Mark and how do we get rid of it? Whatever Jodie is, Donna seems to be. She wants to be besties, and Jodie's just like, no. A body was found with like a peach pit. So we find out in this episode it's actually vampires, and the vampire is actually the sheriff. And the sheriff is actually not actually eating human blood. He's not killing humans and going out and fight. He's basically created a pack, and what he's doing is he was showing them how to actually make the most out of the body rather than just drinking and draining them of blood, literally down to the bone. So people start to be taken out at this con and things like that, and Jodie realizes what the hell's going on, and Donna notices a vampire for the first time she doesn't know anything about, like that supernatural world. As you remember, when you first go into it, that's you for life. If you don't walk away there and then you will end up part of that life. And you know what happens to hunters that end up in that life who weren't from that hunter's life? They end up dying in the job because they want to keep going and going and going and saving people. And that's what happens. And they're police officers as well, and sheriffs even. So they've got not just the fact that they have a duty as a sheriff to protect people and serve the human race. They literally end up hunters because they end up coming across cases together and stuff. So they end up fighting together, and like I said, there's a lot of BS about our ex and stuff, but it's literally just how this is how they introduce Donna to this world. And I understand when Dean he's kind of apprehensive about it. I think he's more apprehensive about it because he brought Sam back into it, and then Jodie ended up part of it because of obviously everything that happened, and also because she was friends with Bobby. There's that. The brothers are having a heart-to-heart again, and this is how Dean feels with him more and more again, and Sam isn't as happy-ish to hear that he's happy to be there. Jodie offers her skills and knowledge to Donna if she ever wants a hand in this sort of kind of stuff, like offering an olive branch because she's been through a lot, because she just literally had to like behead a vampire with a machete for the first time, and I can't imagine what that would feel like. So episode 9 of season 10, The Things We Left Behind. Recap: the Mark and Dean annoyed about spelling it out to Sam. Rowena, all things witching Crowley's mother. Castiel's old life is Jimmy Novak. Dean's having a nightmare covered in blood and the dead bodies everywhere. This is his connection to the Mark, and the crazy feeling that he holds him and needs to kill even without the first blade. Claire Novak was Jimmy Novak's daughter, or is his daughter. Jimmy Novak is the vessel that Castiel inhabit. Basically, her mother has fucked off, left her, and she's literally been in and out of foster care. She ends up getting up to mischief. She ends up trusting an adult that she feels that is, his name's Randy, that he actually is her family and that he would do anything for him, but he's got loads of gambling debts and he literally throws her under the fucking bus. And then Dean comes in and completely slaughters everybody, and he doesn't fucking stop because he didn't know what the fuck was going to happen to Claire, and he wanted to punish everyone. He kills everyone. Randy, everybody gets it. Everybody gets killed because he chooses his own life over Claire, and fucking Dean loses his shit. Again, I think Castiel would have done the same, to be fair, but Dean, even like we said, without the blade, he is dangerous. He's connected to evil, the first evil. That's that episode where they are and they aren't tying up the loose end with Claire. They're bringing Claire into it slightly, and it's just all weird and obscure because they're just, again, like I said, they're trying to bring her in but close the chapter of her old life to go into the new life kind of thing, but not in this episode because she does come back in another episode, like towards the end of the season this season. So you haven't changed, Crowley to Rowena. Apparently, Rowena says she was giving him a nudge to be greater because she said she was so disappointed in him as a human. When he was human, even though she abandoned him and just fucked off, he was conceived in a winter orgy. Apparently, Crowley and Rowena said she wasn't taking any names. Obviously, Rowena says if Crowley wants to keep her locked away, he can, but she will always love him, which is still fake. Yet he seems to need closure even after all this time because his mother basically fucked off and left him, and he's had abandonment issues, love issues, relationship, everything. He just is fucked as a human and probably fucked as a demon, even though he's not been a human for a really long time. Castiel's feeling guilty again because he feels like it's his fault, but it technically is because he took the dad away from the family and everything went tits up. So that's basically what that episode's about. You've got Crowley to win again. Are you coming? You said if I lied, you would get me out of here. The door closes. I will. Dear, I will be back in a flash. Rowena to the prisoner, then the door slams. Cannot trust her. You know, lies. She's the king of hell's mum. Dean says a lot of things this season that's very double entendre. Like, do you don't want to do this, or you want this kind of thing. So are we liking seeing Sam being the protector for once? How the tables have turned, how the protector has become the victim, and how Sam wants to fix him and keep him safe for once. He wants to find a way in which he can remove the mark from his brother and he can finally be free. Are we liking seeing Sam be the protector for once? Should Castiel have taken Jimmy's family and put them somewhere safe? Checked in on them even? Will Dean ever be free from the mark? Can the mark of Hain ever be removed? Will Dean ever be the Dean Winchester we all know and love? Well, we just have to get over this, Dean, and look to the future. That's the questions. If you have any answers, please put them in the comments below. Episode 10, not halfway through, but almost there. 10-10, the Hunter Games. The recap, Dean with the black eye, Sam going crazy trying to find Dean, Sam being a natural, caring, loving brother for once. Crowley and Dean, the road so far. What are you? I am a demon. Dean to Cole. Dean's transformation and trauma with the mark. Castiel fighting the angels and trying to make amends for Metatron. Be there all day. Crowley in with his softer side. Claire saying Castiel killed her father even. Rowena manipulating Crowley because she can, because he's mother and she's very a master manipulator. And Metatron saying he'll be free one day. Remember, he is the scribe of God, so he knows what's happening. The journey to where they are today, Sam saying, tell me you really had to do this. And that's referring to when he killed all those asshats in the last episode with Claire. Crowley in hell seems like a nightmare. His people are after him, they're stabbing him in the back, and he's fighting for his life. He wakes up to Rowena shouting Fergus, and she says he's soaked in the horror. Soaked? She says she's not seen this sort of sweat in a while, and she asks, what can I do to help? His reply is, nothing, evil bitch. Mother. Don't use limit when she corrects his grammar, spoken like a true mother. Crowley, let's not get too cozy just yet. Even he himself knows his mother cannot be trusted. She's out of the dungeon and by his side. But she's still a prisoner and he still doesn't trust her. What is Rowena up to? She has a hex bag on Crowley's throne. Because she's up to no good. Are we shocked? Are we fucked? Sam and Castiel is discussing what Dean to those as ass clowns, and he agrees it was a massacre. He was a hunter, but now he's a stone cold killer, and he knows he's crossed the line, but he knows the mark has changed him, and he wants to burn it off, cut it off. But Castiel says it's more than a physical aspect; it's part of him now, and that is what Kane and Crowley failed to tell Dean. Kane technically did tell him, but he kind of pussyfooted around it. Certain aspects of it. That's not simple to remove it. Once you have it, you must find another way of branding it. Rowena's up to no good in snooping around hell and Crowley's effects, but Crowley has a minder watching over her. Crowley. Mummy. Rowena is pot stirring at her best. She wishes him success. Rowena is backstabbing Crowley, shit. And he knows it. By saying that she is proud of him. Again, like I said, he's gullible now. He's becoming a gullible Sammy Winchester by trying to believe his mum, even after all that time after abandoning him and fucking off and leaving him. Castiel is at the door to heaven, but another angel who sympathised with Castiel and the protection of humanity, and she's let out Marv, which didn't think was going to happen because Marv is in jail, where he belongs, like the dickhead he is. He's giddy out seeing Sam. He's wee fucking leech, man. Lovely room. It's where you take the kinky chicks. Marv, what the fuck? Are you secretly kinky? Is that what we're finding out? Is that why you feel yours kinky and then there's Leechy kinky like he is? They need to find out how to remove the mark. So apparently Metatron knows things. Do we trust him? Do we fuck? Dean isn't a demon and has killed a human and he says it's fantastic how he's gone nuclear. He's fucking giddy with it, man. It's just how creepy it is. Dean looking sexy as ever, or mysteriously broody and silent. Does this do stuff to you, community? Claire is angry with Castiel for ruining her life, and she's done. She wants to be on her own, yet he feels responsible for her. Yes, you ruined her life and stole her family, her life, her everything. Metron is like, you know it's going to own you, don't you? Talking to Dean, you are a dickwad. Lol. Sam, Metatron's son, I am your dickwad. They need the blade and Crowley has it. Do you trust Metatron? Dear fuck. He's happy. He's giddy. What is wrong with this man? Squirrel? Crowley to Dean? Rowena is trying to manipulate Crowley again, and he seems to be stringing her along this time because she abandoned him. But how much of it is he actually believing is real, or would like it to be real? Again, Claire is being manipulated by random strangers. She tells them the story about everything about Castiel and Dean and Sam and everything like that. And these are like Bonnie and Clyde, and they think they can fucking take out Dean. Well, they get that fucking wrong when they try to. And he's lured there and he fucking takes them out. Apparently Rowena is a tigress and will protect her son. Abandoning him as a child for a career of studying with the Grand Witches and Covens was okay. To leave him not come back for 300 years of pent-up anger Crowley has for his mother, but he still may want a relationship, but at what cost? Can he even trust her though? Would you trust Rowena? I would not. Apparently Castiel likes sending text messages because of emoticons. He's so simple, but he's actually adapting, transforming himself because he used to not be able to use phones, and he's come so far with technology, wouldn't you say? Crowley in his script hand gestures opens it, and I wonder if that hand gesture has the power to open anything. Am I willing to give it a try? I am not sorry for that. Rowena is sitting in Crowley's chair, of course. Guthrie says he will only hand over to the king, and then she stabs him with an angel blade, of course. She's trying to say Guthrie was a traitor. He wasn't, but it's a tactic of manipulation and control to single out who is around who exactly. Marv Metron says the blade isn't here. He's also lonely here, and a little to do, So it's like another manipulation for you to feel sorry for him, but she shouldn't because he's a dick. Metron isn't giving up any steps. They're gonna cost Dean big FYI. There's a bunch. See what I mean? He's a wee weasel and he's going to settle the score, so torture Dean. Oh, Dean spoiling it. Each step costs you. Metatron to Dean. No, each step costs you, Dean to Sam. Dean reads out Metatron's charges, including killing him, killing Kevin through Sam, and bringing down Heaven. Metatron is trying to say the Winchesters kill people also. Go deeper, Metatron to Dean. Haven't we thought about that? Each episode, we grow to understand and love Dean more and more, and Metatron is taunting him to break. I wonder why. Bromancing around the country with the King of Hell, which was Metatron to Dean. Metatron has blamed Dean for everything. It's all him forgetting about everyone he has saved and the things he has prevented that he wrote about. He quotes the universe well at the source. Metatron to Dean. Castiel uses all his juice, or most of him. Metatron warns Dean he's only going to get worse and Castiel has to bring him back. But he has bridges to mend and he needs to explain why Metatron is partially tortured. Kane still has the mark and he has lived with it, so he can survive, so maybe he has to be the powerful force to overcome this. But it seems like he's the blade. Seems he likes the blade, the feeling, but also he wants it all to go away. It seems to be like mid-season finale, but we're still a couple of episodes away from it. Opening a new storyline, Dean has the mark, but he wants to be as he was before. Rowena, powerful witch and sorceress, Crowley, etc., and his connection to Dean. Metatron manipulating everyone again as he has no friends. He has to make more enemies, kind of like how bratty kids act when they don't get their own way. He's seeking attention and does these things to attract, so it will get him some sort of interaction. The more bad you are, the more attention you get. Typical Crowley behaviour. Episode 11. There is no place like home. This is the Charlie episode. All about Charlie past her mother in hospital in a coma, the accident, her being trapped in a game she's hacked as a child, and Dean having to help her get out. Charlie's guilty of this. Charlie went with Dorothy, remember, to Oz to help with the freedom fighting, and most likely some Nookie too. I saw the way we looked at each other and I felt it. Everybody felt it. I love me some Felicia Day episodes. Dean about fighting the force of the mark. East to Oz. She was looking for adventure. Now screams upstairs in a house. A man running who is handcuffed, kinky, smelling for freedom of kink. Who the fuck knows? Other Charlie. Well, we find out that Charlie did a spell with Oz, the wizard, and she had to actually separate herself into the good and the bad versions of herself. The bad part has came back to our world and has taken out all the people that were involved with the incorrect way or It's her parents, remember, were killed. Well, her dad was killed and then her mum was in a coma when they came to pick her up from a sleepover and she gets scared. And they get T-boned by a drunk driver, it seemed. But nothing really happened to him and he got away with it. It seemed kind of paid everybody off. Because he was a rich guy and he could literally pay people off, that's what he did. Bad Charlie finds everyone basically, even with the boys, and she's manipulated them too. Good Charlie is back there too, and again, she wants it to happen. It's just basically her mirroring what she actually wants. And Dean has a 12-step program of how not to go dark side, and he said he's trying to stay on the right path, and sometimes floating down the wrong side is so good. Don't we miss this, Dean? They find out that the wizard actually halved himself from good and evil, and one is in, the bad one is in Oz, and the good one is on Earth. And he doesn't age the same. He would be much, much older than what he is, as we know from going to other dimensions in that world. And he's been there to protect the key, basically, because the key's been destroyed, and that's why she is back. Dean's head is between Charlie's legs. Nice place to be. She had him in what looks like an MMA move, and Dean is losing to her thigh string. Don't underestimate the power of the thick thighs, people. So you have a lot of Charlie on Charlie fight, and we find out if you hurt Charlie, our Charlie, then you hurt the other one too, and vice versa. So you can't actually kill her because they're still Charlie. So it said bad Charlie is fun Charlie, and she won the war in Oz single-handedly. Because she is like Dean and the Mark does it because they wanted to, and the good parts know that what they are doing is wrong, and they will sway them to make decisions, second guess themselves and cost them the war. This is why she had to expose her inner darkness. So no decisions would be clouded and things would have been done quicker and less casualties for the good of Oz as a whole. Again, this is another episode of rounding up stuff with Oz and Charlie getting to right the wrongs for avenging her parents' demise. But we find out that the Oz wizard in Oz, who is working with Dorothy isn't aware that he's bad, and he's using, obviously, the bad version of himself to sway things that are happening in Oz. Again, Charlie is just like, we need to tell her. So that's why they actually bring the other word forth. To bring the actual bad Oz, or the bad part of the dark Oz, it's not the Dark Oz. To bring the Dark Wizard over, he has to injure himself, so he gets injured, and he's like, what have you done? And for this to happen, they say the budget was a you all the time. That's Darkly, which I was calling Dark Charlie, to Charlie, meaning that in order to do the right thing, even though people got hurt in the process. Now they're back to our Charlie. For Clive to stay alive in both realms, the good one had to stay hidden and keep a secret about who the wizard really was and how he came to be. So that is still bending the truth and doing something bad for the greater good. But to bring forth the wizard, like I said, he had to make the ultimate fate by putting himself in danger to right the wrongs he made in the first place so that Charlie could become whole along with Oz and the keys. Someone had to pay the ultimate price, and it ended up being him. Again, lessons about how things will work out for themselves and how we are stronger than we realise. And this was for Dean to see that he doesn't have to let the mark dictate to him how he lives his life. It's the choices he makes as Dean Winchester, the original without the mark, and the blade that will get him through this. And he needed to see this. Sam is on his phone to Cass, and he's saying that they need to do something. They start talking about a book called The Book of the Damned. It's in Europe, and Charlie takes it upon herself to task herself to help Dean, as Dean has helped her in the past. Charlie's trying to keep moving forward, as do we all. We want to fix this, and she wants to help Dean. Dean, I'm sorry, kiddo, to Charlie. Charlie, improve it. All Charlie goes are her own quest. Her role-playing in games has spilled out into her actual world, and the times where she felt alone, and she had this amazing talent to play these games and create roles and characters. Well, she gets to do this while helping her new family, the one she has been accepted into for who she is, not what she is, not what she can do, and that they love her no matter what. She is who she is, her chosen family, the Hunter's family, the Winchesters. Always with the bitches at the end as she leaves. Love it. Sam, we good? Dean, no. Sam, she's right, we can do this. This episode with me was a turning point for the boys, knowing that what Charlie went through and how she overcame obstacles throughout everything and still managed to come out the other side. She started this journey, this quest of life as a lone wolf. Well, she has finally found her place, her pack, a place to be, and the boys have seen how they too can get through this, and they will together. What else is there but hope? They will get to their finish line as she did. Her outcome, her conclusion led her to the boys, and together they will defeat everything that gets in their way. I finally think Sam realizes now that after everything he did in the past, where he went his own way and was stubborn about how Dean lives for family and to be there for his brother, he sees it now as his calling and not a burden, and that he is taking all this time to realize that he is where he's supposed to be, the family business, saving people, hunting things. But this time it's saving Dean and hunting the things that were taken from them on the same page. Well done, Sammy. It's only taken you 10 fucking years. Episode 12, About a Boy, Supernatural, Season 10. Recap. Rowena and her past and present, and why is she there here now, and how can she help with the mark? Cain and Abel, the mark, and Crowley, the soldier of hell, a great burden. Charlie and her alter ego, and the connections to Dean and the mark. Now, Pendleton, Oregon. A bar fight, empty threats about killing over money, something lurking, of course, watching. A hex bag and a large figure, and the man is gone and his clothes are steaming. This is a case that turns Dean into a teenager, and he doesn't have the mark. It's about Hansel and Gretel and the witch, like based on the original Grimm fairy tale, when it wasn't all fluffy. When the witch kidnapped children and ate them, but the guy, the big giant, who is taking people from bars and turning them into children by using a hex bag on them and abducting them randomly, that's actually Hansel. And the witch actually admits that Hansel enjoyed eating his sister. So he's actually a creepy wee bastard, or a creepy bastard. So basically, you find out that she was brought to where she is now, the witch and Hansel, to do what they're doing because they're trying to find Rowena. She has been employed to bring her back because she's banned from doing magic because of her questionable activities, I think, because she does things that you're not supposed to, because when you're taking oath to be in the coven and stuff, there's certain magic you're not supposed to do. Rowena is an actual gifted witch because she's a natural born witch. She's not one who learns from books. She's the one who comes easy to her, so therefore she can do more difficult spells, more intricate work. This is how this is used. Dean ends up becoming a teenager, and so does this woman at the bar. And basically, they end up taking out the witch and Hansel, but you have to hold the bag and you can reverse the spell, but he does it for himself, Dean, and he can't do it for the woman Tina. And Tina stays a girl, but then she said that she gets to be a teenager again and relive her life because she has done wrongs in her life, and she has a lot of things from her life that she just really wishes that she didn't have, like divorces and debt and stuff. So she literally takes a chance to do a different thing in her life and change her life. There's a lot of pep talks and he sucks at them, Sam. So, Sam, you suck at pep talks. Leave it to Dean, Crowley, and Bobby. You cannot dish out orders in the way of the past badasses. You just are not scary enough at all. Again, this is what this case is about. It's, again, not really that great. They call it the Grand Coven, and I said it sounded like how an 80s hair metal band, or maybe it's the Grand Coven of Love. Who the hell knows? Dean says there's the car and back, baby. He starts the engine and the tunt starts playing. And if you're not aware of who the tunt is, it's my nice insult for a certain musician who annoys the shit out of me. But she's playing, and Dean's face is like, what the fuck? And then he lets it play. Dean, we need to have words, mate. Do not cross that line. Tina's bus goes in one direction, the boys another, and then Impala. They have a mark to deal with, and Tina has a fresh start at life. Episode 13, Halt and Catch Fire. Recap, all about the past now. Cain, the Martin, the survival, angry spirits, Bobby. Dean staying in the bunker. Sam, we will figure it out. We always do. Dean, you're damn right. Cool breath in the car and the bridge is out. This is based on a case that a man was killed in a hit and run. He was just left for dead. Haha, not like the game. And people are being killed in random things, like Janet is told to get out the car, and then the guy is killed because it's like the kind of sat nav takes him out. And we find out that the guy actually reached out to his wife because where he was killed, he was actually around the corner from his house. And when his last moments of life, he went up in flames in his car after this hit and run, or this like leaving a scene of an accident. And instead of them reporting it, they basically just let the guy die. He was burned basically all the way through. So his angry spirit is in the power, like not cables, but the towers outside the houses, basically on the street. So that's how he's getting in and out through technology. They have to make the decision because he is an angry spirit because he's going to end up destroying his wife. He's going to become like Bobby did and want to ensue vengeance and end up hurting probably the person that he loves the most in the process. So that's why they take him out basically. Grief, if you could speak to or see the ones you love, would you do everything to keep that connection even though it was wrong? Yeah, you would. But even though it was selfish for you to not move on or them not to let you move on, it's still selfish. It'd be nice to see the person that you love the most that you've lost one last time, maybe. The way they describe it in this, it'd be okay if, they're watching you and they can't interact with you. But if you could interact with them, then again, it's very, very powerful and it's very, very. Would you really want to go through that again? Yes, seeing them and seeing them one last time. But the woman, obviously, she was left alone and she thought maybe someone was taking advantage because she was like a widow. But the person knew things that only her and her husband knew. Again, like I said, it's quite a sad episode knowing that there's people out there who would literally walk away from the scene of a crime and but they get their karma basically, and they deserve it. Dean doesn't want false hope that he's going to lose his mind. Dean is going to fight it and he's going to go down swinging, doing what he loves and helping people, but will Sam take the hint or will he be like Elsa? This ending is showing that Dean is very aware of what the mark is capable of, but he's also realizing that he himself is a powerful force. He may not be able to remove the mark, but he's going to not let it control him. He is holding the reins, his choice and his alone, and if he has to live with it for life, then so be it. If there is a cure, then we will go for it, but only on his terms. Will Sam let it go, though after last season he has started to show that he understands about how Dean was with him, trying to save him even though he didn't always like the outcome of what Dean did to save him, but he is willingly on hashtag Team Winchester for once, and not being selfish, realizing that these two are all they have and all they will have is each other left. Episode 14, Season 10, The Executioner's Song. Recap, Rowena trying to act like a good mother to Crowley, but she's not. Kane in the Mark. Dean having a realization about life in the Mark. Another jail one. A prisoner is tormenting a guard about killing his wife, and she has the same name as one of his victims. Then the lights all go out, and there's a guy walking down the corridor. Now we know this guy from the back, from the way he walks and his stature and his demeanour. And then you see the jaunty as fuck beard, and then you see the side profile. It is no one but Kane is taking out all his descendants, even if they're evil or not, because he can't take the chance, apparently, of the firstborn of his descendants. Because they could be like him, and they could kill their brother, or worse, kill lots of people like that murderer. So Kane realizes that he missed killing, even though he was the first and the only to hold the mark. Now Dean has it, and he keeps giving Dean warnings like, it's going to control you and all that. And the boys go to figure out what the hell's going on. Kane has been very busy and he's killing, leaving mass graves. Castile is in Illinois. Talking about it. Kane, you sexy bastard. I don't know if it's the beard, the hair, the dickishness. I like Kane. What about you, audience? Could you go with a bit of Kane? Could you go breaking off a wee bit of Kane? Kane has enjoyed the killing and has resorted to go back to it. They carry the disease. As long as he has the mark, he will keep going. It's a lineage. He's killing, basically. Kane talks to Castiel, saying Dean done good taking down Abaddon, but he knows Dean is sick and he'll come for Dean eventually. Rowena, you think I have been manipulating you? I am your mother. After all, manipulation is who we are, apparently. They had fun. But Crowley with his mummy issues, it's a tough decision. Kane or Crowley. Or both. Don't make that decision, just have both. Castiel says it's a fire sale and everything must go. Dean says he will do what he has to kill Kane. Kane can be killed as he is the first and he became the demon. Kane warned Dean he would eventually come for him and take him out. And this is what he meant this time when Kane tries to take out everything living relative of his descendants. Not Moose is calling, and he said Kane has gone rogue, he's back, and there is a kill list. He said Crowley is on it. Are you in? Rowena consorting with hunters. Rowena is manipulating Crowley and telling him he's shit because he's basically been dealing with the hunters and putting them above demons and everything else. But she is up to fucking something. Kane is going to kill the killer's son because they didn't think he had a kid, and they find out, but the wee boy is only like 12 or something, and he said you can't do that. You can't kill a child. But Kane's like, yeah, but you never know what he'll be like when he grows up, and I have to do it. Kane has challenged Dean to do it. The fight can have a tussle. Kane is giving him smouldering looks. That is doing stuff to me. Is it because it's against Dean? I don't know. I think Dean is weaker because he isn't wanting to go full Elsa, holding back so he doesn't become Kane. He wants some humanity left inside him. Do you want some of Dean's humanity inside you? Who knows? Dean, you told me this day would come and that I would have to kill you. Is that so? Kane to Dean. You may have misunderstood what I meant. Dean's biggest weakness is your loyalty. Kane has the blade because he has given into temptation of killing and taking lives, all lives, but Dean is not capable of being like Kane. Kane thinks he's saving him from his fate. Dean is living Kane's life in reverse. It's called the mark of Kane for a reason. No shit, is it? No remorse. Kill Crowley, kill Castiel, as painful as it would be, and then kill Sam, as he will be a savage. The blade is the only thing standing in the way of his true identity. Dean just chopped off his dick hand. Poor Kane. Only got one Pamela. Now he took away his ability to choose. Tell me you can stop. Kane, I will never stop. He wants to die, he's going to keep pushing and killing until one of them dies. Dean has to make the choice, he said. He was wanting to hunt and save people. Well, the ultimate kill is taking out Kane. Dean is walking downstairs, and after taking out Kane, Sam, Crowley, and Cass all say, Dean. Crowley put his hand out and says the blade. Crowley looks apprehensive as he hands it to Castiel. Crowley, you lied to me. It's not the first time today. Kane's list, you went on it. Bro hug, and Dean looks up. Crowley lividly returns to hell. His mother awaits him, and he goes for a whiskey. I told you not now. She has packed bags, and she is leaving. I thought she was a prisoner. She's disappointed and prayed for Crowley. Sorry, Fergus. She finds out after mourning his death, and she found him centuries later, the king of hell. She feels pride for his success. A colossal numbnut you have become, he has broke her heart. Rena only wants him because she is nothing, and if she was a true mother, she wouldn't have abandoned him in the first place. Sam says Dean is incredible for not losing himself, but that is some hope. Why am I waiting for another shoe to drop? It is never that easy. Castiel has hidden the blade, but not told him where. Dean is away to sleep, apparently. He pulls a face as he leaves. Castiel is genuinely concerned. Dean is in trouble. Castiel. Sam to Castiel, and genuinely looks freaked out. Sam is saying that we all know this shit is about to hit the fan. Yes, it is. Supernatural, episode 15, season 10. The things they carried. Right. Recap the black goo, spirits and demons. It's not like an exact science. The demons they have encountered from the start. Series. All about Cole and how he wanted to kill Dean for killing his father. Revenge and how Cole tries to become a hunter. We find out that this is another Cole episode. Like I said, he's in a couple of episodes this season. Basically, there's a bunch of soldiers that come back from war. Not the same. Again, not unusual. It does happen in when soldiers go to war because of things they see. I wouldn't want to see the things they see, and I wouldn't want to go fight in other people's wars either, but hey, some people want to do that. So they all come back and they end up different, and again, that would happen. They start becoming incredibly thirsty, and then when they can't drink water, they go into blood and then they kill people. They find out it's like, what was it they said? I can't stop. It's a parasite basically, and it's a similar parasite to the one that was like, when granddaddy douchebag was there, and it was like the thing that was gonna it went into Bobby, and they had to electrocute everybody. So we lost Rufus. So it's kind of similar to that. So what Dean does is he electrocutes Cole because it goes into Cole, and they've had to kill people or they've died because of it. And the parasite obviously just wants to find another host when it knows time's up. He doesn't want to kill him, but he keeps joking him like fuck. So what they do is they make the kind of cabin into a sweat lodge and they sweat it out, and that's the only way of actually getting it out and actually saving Cole without giving him another jolt that might kill him or killing him to shoot him for basically to kill the parasite. But the sweat lodge thing seems to work. They don't get to the last soldier, unfortunately. He's ended up taken out because he goes rogue and tries to kill his wife, and he doesn't want to see them again. So basically, they said it makes you hostile, and I quoted fucking hostile because that's a Pantera song, and it just would fit in with that episode, I think. So Cole calls Sam Sammy Boy. How does he get to call him that? I thought Sammy was just a thing, between Daddy Douchebag and the mum and Dean, but hey. Cole thanks him for saving him, but he says he doesn't want to see them again. And he says, no, don't take any offence to it. And he's like, none taken. Sam looks sad, confused and scared about the road he will have to go down with Dean. Will he have to take him out? Will he have to die to save him? Who the fuck knows? Dean tells him not to feel guilty for this shit, basically. And Sam tries, fails, and this is really affecting him. Dean says you can do everything, but sometimes they still die. It's not all on him. Episode 16, Paint It Black. Season 10, Supernatural, and Paint It Black is a Rolling Stones song. It's an awesome song, actually. Recap. Then, high-ranking Grand Coven Rowena and her revenge because she wants to be the head of the Coven. Of course she does. Dean and the Cure and the Mark of Cain. Crowley and his mother and her manipulation of him and their shite relationship. And how Crowley is the Winchester's bitch. Not a bad place to be since he loves them loads. It's a priest in a confessional, and again, I've said this plenty, they over-sexualise Catholicism and their practices in TV shows and movies and in books and everything like that. But the confessional is basically a kink. You're confessing your sins to someone who's telling you how to become pure again. In their eyes, they're giving you orders and demands of what you have to do. Doing all these prayers and then all this reflection and all that shit. Again, it is a kink, and it's again can be misinterpreted if it's not again the right person. A bunch of artifacts that are being brought from Italy to this church, and this nun keeps seeing things. Like she says she's spiritual, so she sees things. People are being taken out. People that have like had affairs, like women scorned kind of thing. And you find out there was a woman in Italy who kills her lover. She is his muse, but he doesn't want to sleep with her. The guy uses her. He says she's his muse, kind of brings her along, gaslights her basically. Even back then, he's sleeping with another woman. She goes mental and kills him. She ends up being killed through the death penalty, I believe. And basically, there's a cursed object of hers. They think it's her journal, but it's not her journal. And this nun's been reading it, and she's been talking to her and stuff. They find out it's the painting that's there, and they destroy the painting, then she like disappears. There's a lot of Rowena and Crowley stuff again. She's causing issues in hell with her ways. Attention much. Crowley shouts, "Mother." I always said you were two-faced. Rowena made a minion have two faces, front and back, which is really funny. She complains because she finds out that Crowley lost the first blade and it's all his fault. "I gave you life, Fergus, and without me you wouldn't exist." She walks away screaming something and things smash like a kid having a tantrum. Barney nuns reliving their past kinks. Yet she became a nun. And again, Dean asks how did a woman like her, why a nun? She felt she had no choice and her life had become painful and hopeless. And she needs to find a larger mission or responsibility to help with this, and apparently going into the church is that. Did Dean want to join the church, join the priesthood to protect himself from the mark? Would you go to the church more to confess your sins to him in confession? Absolutely, maybe. After all, they know God doesn't give a fuck. Dean, she was married to Jesus, Sam referring to the nun. Dean has never been to confession, so it's been too long. Dean says that he believes there is a God, but he's not sure if he believes in us. Again, it's all about Dean reflecting on the stuff that's happening, and they've just tied in a nun being persecuted and tormented, and then basically possessing people. So the brothers are discussing the case and what the nun was talking about to Dean, and he believes that the mark is a terminal diagnosis. Witch on Witchley taking on the frowns upon, but Rowena don't give a fuck about this. All the years of them casting her out and stopping her from doing the better magic, the powerful magic. She says a spell, she shouts no, and then it shows you Rowena swelling, because there's all this stuff about the Grand High Coven and all that shit. Sam doesn't believe when they're that the mark is a terminal diagnosis. And again, he means it. Sam at this point thinks his brother is giving up and there's no hope for him. And he'll always be this way. Where was this in the past, Sam? Supernatural, season 10, episode 17, Inside Man. Recap Bobby and his happily ever after and where he went to heaven with Naomi. Castiel and his grace. Metatron and Dean and Sam and the Mark and his lies. Mark removal. Metatron says he chooses death. Rowena and Crowley discuss the relationship with the Winchesters and how he isn't killing them. There's a seance with Castiel and Sam and a man at a table with an emblem on. He used to work with the Men of Letters. He was a psychic. The guy realizes he can hear everybody, but he cannot hear Castiel because he is an angel. He says an atheist, which is hilarious. They show up because Bobby's heaven, and he's listening to Kenny Rogers, I think, the gambler, and he's drinking some whiskey, and they're talking to him through the radio. Sam says to Bobby, "We need you there. We need your help." They go to the best hunter who's no longer on this plane, but the top researcher that the boys will get and that will ever need. They have to go contact him when he's in heaven. Again, Dean's having some terrible nightmares. He's sweating. He's calling for Sam. Sam storms in. Dean is reliving what Kane told him, how his story started and when he killed his brother. Kind of what Metatron said it will end like at the source. Brothers love, brothers bond, a brother taking out another brother for a greater good. So going against Daddy Douchebag's final wish, look after and protect Sammy, but if the shit gets real, then kill him. Sam lies about going to a French movie about a cockroach so he can go meet Castiel behind Dean's back. Bobby tells Sam to not go behind his back because that shit never turns out well and ends up always biting him in the ass. But as you can imagine, it's season 10, shit happens. Charlie's radio silent and everything is all dead ends. Castiel, so I will drive to where Rowena in the buff covered in sigils. Crowley, I've been to hell. When referring to see his mother naked, I think we've all never wanted to be that close to our parents being naked. Yes. Crowley knows his mother is up to no good because she has been quiet. Rowena, I am a woman and I have needs. He is being a Trent and he is firm and he is disgusted that she says that. She pulls basically a bunch of shit from under a cloth with a dagger and her face shows it's showtime. Dean says he's fantastic on the phone to another hunter as he wants on another hunt. Hannah comes down and the angel keeper of the door, but she's there to tell him that Metatron is a liar and dangerous. But we knew that anyway. She cannot help him. Sam, plan B. We break him out. Rowena has tricked one of Crowley's guys to find the call Crowley made when he was locked in as a wee puppy in the bunker. But he cannot get the exact location due to interference but a 10-mile radius, which she will take. Sam has found someone that may be able to help them. Like I said, he was a mind reader. And they basically use Bobby to try and help. I don't know about you, but when they bring back Bobby, it's good. But when he has to go away, it cuts you like no other. I've never got over how they had us fall in love with him and care about him, and then they took him from us, but then they bring him back and make kickers in the fucking fields. What the fuck? Dean's mark is throbbing. Yes, I said it. Bobby's listening to Sammy about Dean, and Bobby says it's good to hear his voice. But Bobby says if you have to get if you can't get the mark off Dean before he goes back to being a demon. Castiel says that Bobby has to escape his private heaven that Naomi set out for him and get to door 42, really the meaning of life. Get to where he needs to be because he gives up a bunch of instructions. Bobby and Sam are reminiscing about killing some monsters and drinking beers as way of saying he misses them in the hunter life in his own way. Here's the evil skanks cause good girls are boring. Rowena is saving Crowley, her son, and Dean is like, what the fuck face? What? That's yeah, you're his mom, what the fuck? Dean is a good influence on him, so he has to go. Bobby, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Very Al Pacino of you, and also Monica Geller and friends. To Joey. Bobby's walking down a white corridor again, alarms go off, and again he has to make his way. There was no way he was getting out without setting off a few alarms, to be honest. Rowena is trying to manipulate Crowley again, and he doesn't care. This part of the season is mommy issues between Crowley and his mother, and his abandonment issues, and how clingy he actually is. Bobby asks where Dean is, and they say that Dean doesn't know that they're there. Bobby says, well, that's right of the Winchester playbook, not to do things behind your back and not tell anyone. She says, I've gone soft, Crowley to Dean. Crowley admits the mark is just a curse. I'm playing Dr. Phil to the King of Hell, and that is Dean to Crowley. We are family, Crowley about his mother. It doesn't need to be blood, always there no matter what, have your back. Dean quoting Bobby to Crowley. Looks like a Fraggle. Bobby, I have missed you. Astiel, I have missed you. That is basically Metatron they're talking about. Heaven is empty of Bobby's drama. A diversion for what they really needed. One on one with the Fraggle. Fantastic. Missed me. Metatron to everyone. Learn it, live it, love it. About leverage. Metatron trying to act hard and then he lost his grace to Castiel and was shot by Sam and now he's mortal. Metatron knows nothing about the mark and now he said he will take Astiel to his grace. Do you trust him? No. Crowley is choosing himself over her because she isn't family. He has his edge back. When he is all demanding, people, my god, Crowley is only a Monday man and I'm feeling weird shit. He takes what he wants, when he wants, how he wants. Come on, then Crowley, I am waiting. Who else feels this way? Bobby gave a note and a letter to Castiel for Sam, but a true father's word seriously, the feels about this episode and the ending, man. Fuck me. Rowena leaves in a dramatic fashion, because it's fucking Rowena. You're a good man, Sam Winchester, and I am proud of you, son. It's the happiest it has been in forever when he reached out and keep fighting. Kick it in its ass. Bobby, such a father's speech. We love you and we miss you so much. Supernatural, episode 18, season 10, Book of the Damned. Again, this book is basically this weird book that has been. And Charlie has basically been looking for the book, and basically, this is what the whole episode's about. Trying to keep the book away from them and try and translate the book basically so they can get the spell, because there's a spell in it apparently that can remove the mark of Cain from Dean, because technically it's a curse and all curse can be broken. According to Rowena, that is. So the recap is Metatron in the fall from grace, and the Metatron being human and his lies and deflection, Castiel's grace. Book of the Damned and Charlie finding and helping with the fight, Rowena and the curse, Crowley outing his mother, taking back his badassery as the king of hell. Charlie and the Run looks scared that what has she got herself into. The Book of the Damned, book of get yourself killed, more like I'm sorry Gambit, finders keepers. The guy has swagger, really does. He's been following her and watching her and he seems to be enjoying the hunt. Metatron says Ironic by Alanis Morissette. It's actually playing on the radio as a classic, but it is catchy. I do agree with him there. He's complaining about being human and it's only been 2 minutes, mate. Quit whining, man. Or stop whining. No one knows what a studio is, mate, so it's just a feeling, so just get over it. Can I just kill him now? Castiel to Sam over the phone. I would like to kill him slowly. I can hear I am right beside you, Metatron to Castiel. Sam was unaware who Rowena was to Crowley, but bypassed a few steps about her trying to kill him and him being Dr. Phil for Crowley. Charlie's bleeding the phone to the boys from a phone booth, and she literally had just sewn herself up with dental floss, and she didn't realise that phone booths still existed other than Bill and Ted. She calls the guy selling fried D-bag, which is the guy who came for her. Apparently, the book has spells for everything, so getting rid of the mark again probably won't be that hard. Then Lissy is blasting the boys are back in town, and it's just so finale-like, and it's not yet, but seems to have a better run up to it this season. Dean says he's going to take a holiday once this is over, and how they have never been on a beach with the sand between their toes. This is another episode that shows you no matter how stable you are to the boys in this story, you can always die. I laugh so hard at Metatron eating food and enjoying it as he stalls. Then he, since being angels, they've touched things. Touch what? Also, he asked, can we be besties? I laughed so fucking hard at that. Then his guts made a shit noises in the vessels like lactose intolerant, and he said cream, so he needs to use a little washroom. And they end up interrupted by a really angry Cupid that was going to kill two birds with one stone. The book is with Charlie in one of Bobby's cabins, and the Vatican has had it. Apparently, it's been around the block. It's also been used in cults and for bad. And of course, this family has been trying to find it for 100 years. Apparently, they had it 80 years ago. We find out later on. Has the power over Dean and is made up of witchy skin and written in her own blood. This changes nothing. Castiel is still butthurt about Metron making Dean a demon by killing him. Dean is researching cultish families from journals of the Better Letters. And you call yourself geeks, really, Dean? Really? The book is in code and in gibberish. To some, this way, so that it's stay protected, and the solidified ass hat has a cipher in his hand and it's being used to locate the book because some sort of tracking on it. He now knows he has found a way to hide the book. It's in a box with sigils to protect the Dean found in the bunker. Metatron takes Cassie out to the library where he finds out the Grace is in there and all that shit, but he's deflected and wasted time as per usual. Can we trust him? No. Can we fuck? We say that every fucking time. He is a wee Weasley fuck and he cannot be trusted. It's all about a riddle. Apparently another angel has hidden everything from him. Don't believe it. So not even he can find it apparently. And again, Castiel, the gullible fuck, believes it. Okay, and the Stein family apparently helped the Nazis, pocketed from both sides of the war. The Frankenstein family, they create everything and they've got everything from necromancy, economy and everything like that. And it's basically necromancy on roids. They've lost the book, I said, almost 100 years ago and have been searching ever since. Unkillable, yes, to an extent, but a new story to take our characters. To take out characters, but add another layer of grief to the boys. My cross to bear, Dean to Sam and Charlie. Metatron's Castiel, isn't it ironic, don't you think? Really? Metatron, you knew Castiel would literally die for Dean, and you have wasted his time to take him away from the boys, and for what? He's described of God, he knows one story, but not the adapted Easter eggs that you have all added, as we know the words of God, and he knows what is happening. He has told us plenty in the past, and he's incapacitated as Castiel. Sam tells Charlie about closing the gates of hell and how he saved him in doing so. He did something he couldn't take back, including saying things and he read words. Hunter's life, Sophie's choice with tears. She hasn't been in the life long, and even though she can see it's a lot more than she knew, but she realizes it's once you are in that it's till you die or you walk away. Sam doesn't want to live life without him, without his brother, and this is now how he realizes that he needs Dean and he needs to save him to prove Prove to him he is where he needs to be and where he wants to be and that he should be always. Castiel has found his grace, but at what cost of Metatron double-crossing him, gullible Astiel and escaping? The wings when the Viagra kicks in. He takes his grace and his wings come out and he's literally, yeah, Viagra's kicking in. Dean is picking up snacks and the Southern Fried Asshat is there and shows his tattoo. His name is Jacob Stein. But he insults Dean saying he isn't worthy to have the mark of Cain. How the fuck is he know? This thing guy thinks Dean isn't worthy. He follows Dean after he gets away, probably on purpose to follow, and then Dean says destroy the book in the holy fire. Charlie stabs the guy, one with the Stein brutes. They keep shooting him, he keeps going, he loves the bullets, the pain, making him feel alive, yet he can still do it. Did Sam double cross his brother with the book? Sorry, the book. Did Metatron has the demon tablet? No. We are back bitches, Charlie to Sam, and then she meets Castiel. She jokes about the carpal tunnel, and Castiel heals both that and her bullet wound, and she said, have we just become besties? Last meal, friends, old and new and family. The song playing is Behind Blue Eyes by The Who, and they should have used Limp Bizkit version because that's much sadder. Oh, it's actually more beautiful, it's weird. I don't trust, I need help, and I know this is your wheelhouse. Sam lied and has the book, and he's speaking to someone who? Rowena. He knows she's the only one who can get the mark off of Dean, and he begs her to help. Her response is, shall we discuss terms? 19, season 10, The Weather Project Supernatural. Parker Kane and a curse, always a way to remove it. Dean and his struggles to now. Cuthbert St. Clair and his ways and how they were not for the many letters, and they were definitely not approved by them. The Stein family again. Rowena and the Book of the Damned. Sam is in bed with Rowena, the mother of the King of Hell. So, in the 1970s, they locked up a presence. Originally, they locked up a presence, and then in the 70s, a kid got inquisitive and got knocked out by it, and then the possession actually happened with her mother, her father, and her brother being killed, and she was the only one left. She stays in the house because she doesn't want this to happen again. Don't go in there, it's like Pandora's box. So to get Rowena actually says to open the box, you have to get blood from like a legacy Men of Letters. But Sam ends up almost drained, so it's all a big, you fucked with my son, I'm gonna fuck with you. But Dean ends up giving the blood anyway to save everybody. She puts Dean away in purgatory with Benny, which is weird. It's another past story about the many letters in previous cases and things that we know go bump in the night. And like I said, everybody gets killed. The woman ends up getting possessed herself and seeing her dead brother, and she doesn't know what's real and what's not. Dean takes out the bad guys because he thinks that Dean is a bad diseased puppy. He needs to take out demons and monsters. He cannot wait. Apparently this helps. Rowena needs Nadia's codex. She was once seen a high witch who gives a fuck if the High Coven of the Menelator stole the Codex, which she's not happy about, and that's why she needs the Menelators. I said about a Pandora's box. It's a weather box, and 98% of the time it works, so there's only even a 2% chance that it doesn't work. But if it doesn't, it can go incredibly wrong. He calls them librarians because they don't do anything fun. One way to silence the box, and they failed to do it successfully. They buried it because they couldn't destroy it. Rowena isn't an early riser because she gets phoned out of her bed and she's not happy about it. So it's apparently green smoke that basically comes out and goes into an orifice of yours, and then you become possessed, which is never good. The possessed one, Susie, said that Sam is the bad one and that he opened Pandora's box. And when Rowena comes to save the day, oh, it's Benny, he's hallucinating. I miss sexy Benny. We'll just have to tie up the bonny lad, lol. Rowena, it's like we share a brain. Tied to a chair makes me want to straddle him. I'm not sorry for my weird. Rowena is enjoying working with the boys, and even though she doesn't want to admit it, she can see wee smells from her and stuff. Need and want are two different things, yet one and the same. Benny to Dean. Why is he back in Purgatory? Purgatory, is this Dean's happy place? Tied to a chair, well, Benny tells him what he wants to hear. Sounds like a happy spaffy place, let's go. The box needs Oro blood, which is blood of the man of letters, which I said in the ritual, but to open it, they'll end up unleashing something. Dean has realised that he was in that place for a reason, and now that Rowena is nearly there, sounds weird as she strokes his arm. Dean says if the things need more blood, then he can have his. Rowena also says, ugh, well, and disappears. The codex was in the box, and it opens, and now the boys have it. Don't trust a witch even more so than mother of the King of Hell. She wants to You did, the both of you. We had an agreement, giant, Rowena to Sam, and now she's in a new prison and she has decided to code the book and she isn't happy. Supernatural season 10, episode 20, Angel Heart. Again, this is a recap of Jimmy Novak, who is the vessel of Castiel. So we know his wife end up, she's disappeared. Claire is trying to find her mum, and she ends up finding her, and she's basically been put in like a dream state for 2 years where she relives the same memory over and over again. And it's actually an angel who is he captured them and kind of feeding off them. To what extent, I have no idea, but he seems to enjoy it. And Castiel and Claire are like bonding and things like that. Castiel takes it upon himself to lay the blame on himself for what he did because he's in that vessel, but that vessel is his, that they've spoke about before. When you need to come down from heaven to earth, you have to find your vessel. And they can go into other vessels, but they're only as strong as the vessel that they're in, that they're supposed to be in. It didn't just take away Claire's dad, but took away her life, took away her mum, and her mum couldn't live with the fact that Castiel was in Jimmy's body and Jimmy wasn't coming back. They find her, they fight, and it's actually an angel. It's an actual angel, but it's not an angel blade, it's an angel sword. So her mother ends up basically standing in front of her and stopping her actually getting killed. And she takes it for her. And Claire is crying about her mother, how she's just got her mother back, and then this happens. So it's another thing of tying things up. She's turned 18 and she's technically an adult, so she doesn't have to be anywhere, but Dean has told her, like, Jodie's is the place to be. She'll look after you and she'll do shit for you, basically. He will keep fighting, keep swinging until I have nothing left. Claire, do your homework. We are here. She hugs Castiel. Dean and Sam give her advice, and this is something they never used to use, never had. It's like they're handing over a piece of them in the hope that she will use their advice. Try not to make mistakes. They did, and they will always be there for her, even if she doesn't or doesn't want to go on a hunt and having her back as family does. Supernatural season 10, episode 21, Dark Dynasty recap. Rowena and the Coven, Rowena and the Cypher Stein family, spells in the Book of the Damned, Bobby again in the Mark of Cain, Dean becoming the Dean again. Dean and him wanting the book destroyed, yet Sam didn't. He has gone into a partnership with Rowena because he pretended to burn the book and he didn't. Dean and him wanting the book destroyed, yet Sam didn't. He's getting into a partnership with Rowena because she believes that Rowena will not screw him over and help him. The Stein family wants research. So a woman ends up signing up for like a clinical trial to basically she ends up losing her eyes, and the guy tries to kiss her, it seems, and then we find out that you're not supposed to get involved, and he is employing people from like college and uni to do like clinical trials and stuff, but it's not. They're just trying to fish out like new parts of them because they have an adapted body, put it that way. Rowena wants Sam to kill Crowley, but she's moaning that she isn't stalling and that she's wanting out of her shackles. That Sam is gullible. He is gullible, but not gullible enough to fall for her BS to an extent. The guy is like, you left a body behind and you have a witness. Daddy, I haven't been myself ever since Jacob died. His father doesn't want him to cheapen the memory of his brother for his mistake. Son and heir, that is who he was now. He is a lab rat now. Then he needs to clean up his mess and then take out the Winchesters and find the Book of the Damned and to make up for what he has done. Charlie is being hunted by them as their father believes she has the book, not the Winchesters. But no one knows Sam has it and nobody is working with them. Well, you like crap on toast, Dean is Sam. Dean is questioning Sam where he has been sticking off. If it's not a woman, where the fuck's he been? They have funded World War II and they've made more money in investments and all this through time. Dean has spent his time trying to find out everything about the Stein family so they know what they're up against. Charlie is meeting Sam in the middle of nowhere. Charlie knows Sam is hiding something. He's admitted he isn't doing well. Charlie thinks the book has been destroyed and he admits he swapped it out. Charlie is now working with Rowena. Rowena, are you done marking your turf? Castiel, Rowena, what are you? A witch or a nerd? Angel, and she's shocked. Sam, this never ends. Everyone telling Sam his choices are shit. Charlie for Dean, Castiel for Dean, Rowena, I barely know the man. Crowley is torturing someone and that his mother is missing. His men tell him that he takes them out. As he takes them out, he was acting like he doesn't care. He is a forever little boy lost. They investigate and the guy who jumped out the building, they realise it's the Stein from the tattoo. Clinical trial, he's there for a month. He's been renting the place. The Stein guy returns and kills the man in charge. He cleans his mess, balancing curses. I think I'm like a hermit. Poor Agnes, ahead of her time. Ahead of her time, yeah. She's got to think like a hermit. So two redheads have a lot in common. The line between good and evil is well slim. The Winchesters are the family you never had. Rowena tells her that the loyalty she has to boys will be her demise, which is everyone who gets in the way of the fight between good and evil, and that always happens. Which brother is dark and what one is light? Which Winchester is the symbol of good and bad? Castiel is like the call is pointless and it's Dean instead of Sam. Like he's like stalling going, no, I don't want to speak to you. Crowley speaking to the Coven Witch, who is now a rat by the way, getting information. Dean gets jumped by two Steins and well, they seem to think they can take him out. Hello, Mark of Cain. Rowena actually made the Grand High Witch woman into a rat after she tortures her. It wasn't really that important because the main focus was on other set of stories at that point. Charlie is asking for help with Rowena. The Stein guy is in the bunker in restraints in the sex dungeon. He's all talk telling the boys that they are in over their heads. Power comes from intelligence and will. You have to be in it to win it, boys. Profit and desperation, how after 1,000 years they have made money in other people's failures to clean up messes. They're in like bioengineering, so like when they say harvest, they're like harvesting body parts, for better bodies and obviously living longer. Apparently it's not nose jobs he's talking about either. Two hearts, extra muscles, etc. All the men have had something done. Their name has changed throughout the years, the House of Frankenstein, and they had to change it because of Mary Shelley's book apparently, but people didn't believe the story, they thought it was all fake apparently. Castiel's having issues with two strong women, which is Rowena and Charlie. Castiel's just found out that Rowena is who she is and who she is to Crowley, because it's his mummy. Dean finds out Sam has lied about the book as it can't be destroyed. Charlie has left and is in a hotel on her own, vulnerable and at risk without the boys. Sam has put another person in danger with his secrets. Charlie has created her own cipher to code the book, but she is left on her own and no defences. As she's decoding the book, they are outside and she's done something no one had ever even imagined. Rowena, as well, it's going to cost her life. Will it cost her life? Dean is raging at Sam. Charlie is on the phone to Sam. Dean says, give them what they want. She doesn't have the book. She has her notes. She has, however, uploaded it and instead she cannot give them it. She has to save him and get the mark off him. She destroys her computer and he is there and Dean is saying, you lied to me, and now Dean knows everyone is working against him. How Bobby told him this would happen and how not to do things. He was warned. He wants what is his and his family's and he smiles. Dean finds it hard to forgive Sam for a lot, but there's something he holds a grudge. But this is something he holds a grudge, and I am not surprised. And he has butchered her and left her for dead, body in the bathtub for them to see when they arrive too late. Sam is devastated, but if he had just been there to answer his phone to Castiel, then Charlie wouldn't have left Rowena and would be safe. Sam did this, and Dean, well, he's angry as fuck, and he has the mark, and now he is no demon, but he is full of hatred, sadness, and vengeance. And now this isn't fluffy Dean Winchester, this is the ruthless Dean Winchester who will stop at nothing to kill anyone involved with Charlie's death, and he won't stop until everyone is dead. Did we forget that Dean went from being tortured in hell to being the torturer, and then he enjoyed it? Now someone he loves is being killed by someone he shares DNA with because he didn't tell him about his plan. Bobby warned him this was a bad idea. To go behind his back, he still did it, and he got Charlie killed in the process. Sammy, when will you learn? You are not as smart as you think you are, and you are gullible as fuck. To think that you could get out of this without any casualties. Season 10, episode 22, The Prisoner. Recap. Then, Bobby and the family, the Steens and the secrecy. Mark of Cain, Rowena, Crowley, family, then Charlie's death. Stein Hall. This is the episode, basically it shows you the Steins, even though they are human, they have a younger member of the family who hasn't been introduced into the family and doesn't know exactly what they do. The town they live in is basically owned by them, and literally they have everyone at their disposal, including bullies who are bullying the youngest boy, and they end up being taken out by the older siblings and the family members, and then the boy has to actually take his arm because the guy lost his arm when he pulled his arm off basically to get out of the bunker. He does that, and he's got to sew on and stuff, and the poor guy obviously doesn't have the stones to do it, but he's made to do it, or he will literally be killed himself by his own father. It's like kill to be killed. Memories of Charlie, Dean, and Sam, remembering everything, injuries and cases, and fun, and collecting wood for the hunter's funeral, and everything bad and good in their time together. Dean is really struggling with this, and he's so angry with Sam. I would be too. He tells him to shut up. You got her killed. You don't get to apologise. Sam, the mark is going to kill me. Dean, you're all I've got. You had a shot and Charlie's dead. Nice shot. This is Dean telling his brother that's it. Dean says it should be Sam burning, not Charlie, and he's going to track them down and give them what they deserve. He said it doesn't matter if it's him or if it's the mark talking, but whoever it is will pay, and Bob will pay. The Steins are found out from one of the other guys. Steins. And the bunker has got lore and artifacts and everything that they could literally hit the mother loads, and how good it would be that they would literally take all that shit from them, including the book. They are all watching, which is weird as fuck, like weirdos at analogy. And it's like the boy's first time, which is just weird. Cutting up a body, not his first time having sex with someone. Castiel and Rowena find out that Charlie has been killed by the Steins and he's a to take revenge. Sam is shitting it. Charlie has sent a dead man's switch, and now they have to go to the book and get the mark off Dean finally from the email and the translation. Rowena, that little minx, this is referring to Charlie's crack in the cipher, black eyes and blood. Rowena loving the sound of that. I can read the book, I never said I would. She wants Sam to kill Crowley now. Sam is angry and doesn't want to listen to Rowena, although slapping a table. Sammy, you just don't have the space for that man. The Stein boy was crying as he had to hack up here even though he was a bully and having to live a life he doesn't want to. The family business. Sound familiar? Rowena has a downfall, a boy she saved from dying, and Crowley is going to use this to further hurt her for hurting him, abandoning him all those centuries ago as she loves this boy more than him, which is petty jealousy. Dean has been arrested and he's taken out by a police officer, like I said, in the same town. Basically, he gets arrested and he ends up finding out where they live and he brings the fight to them because, again, they killed Charlie and he wants to kill them all. Prevent them from getting the book and preventing, like, hell on earth. Castiel thinks he's gone too far and he's trying to give him a speech of, I am your friend, and Dean's like, shut the fuck up. Dean is on his way to a full monster. Magic doesn't come for free and price is in blood. You don't know what he's capable of, Castiel. Dean. It's Dean fucking Winchester. That Dean has always been a kind of a dick when he's explaining about killing the kid. And him wouldn't do it before, so he's basically said the old him's a dick and the new him is like brand spanking new and better. Dean knocks the hell out of Castiel again, similar to Dean and Sammy in the fight. Castiel not fighting back and he's properly getting battered. Poor Castiel. And again, we've seen this before. Castiel, this has not worked for Dean in the past, and he looked stab Castiel, but then he says next time he won't miss because he has the control there and he didn't do it. Supernatural season 10 episode 23, Brothers Keeper. This is the finale. Yeah, Brothers Keeper is the last episode. Recap. Really, the shitty cover from Carry On, the musical, but then it picks up to the original Kansas, setting the scene and laying it down and preparing us for the finale. Hold on tight, ladies and gents. Let's all get the feels all at once and bring this fucker home, shall we? Happy finale, everyone. Showing everything the boys have been through, new characters and old. The Mark of Cain, Heaven and Hell, Witches and Spells, reliving everyone involved in us getting to this destination right now. Finales at their best, thank you. Brace yourself, it's season 10, double figures, the road so far. Well, we have said goodbye to some and said hello to new ones. We have many who are still around and others we bring back. We are here in finale territory, people. Dean is angry and has the mark. It hasn't fully changed him. He hates Sam, and at the point I'm not surprised he hasn't killed him himself. If putting everyone in danger, not protecting the people he is went protecting the people he cares about the most, he has went behind Dean's back, yes, for the good of Dean, but at what cost? Dean isn't blaming Sam for Charlie's death, but he is holding him accountable as he should. He had to become a monster and kill for Charlie, as all she did was help the boys and become one of their own. I loved Charlie, the character. She was fun and she grew and she became a lovable, fun, and charismatic character in the wonderful, wondrous Winchester world. Not only did she start off the quiet girl who just wanted to do good by stealing from rich fat cat companies, but she was a team player and she was trying to find where she belonged and where that was with the brothers. Fighting by their side, whether actually in battle with the roleplay world, defeating everything for their queen. Yes, we have royalty here. To using her skills in the tech world combined with everything she had learned up until now, she took to Oz to become a freedom fighter and came back a badass, and not realizing how strong a person she was, or working out the cipher to decode the Book of the Damned to help Sam remove the mark of Cain from his brother, and finally repay Dean for so many times saving his life by saving Dean. She did it. Yes, she did. I will miss her sass and her later bitches. She had a way with exits. Her death is sad, but Supernatural does this to us. We become engrossed in their world, and with that, when the loss of characters we've grown to love have found their way, and with that, when the loss of the characters we've grown to love have found their way, and which way their final destination will be, we are there for it all. And that's what makes us miss our beloved characters so much. We will remember the ones that we have lost throughout the past 10 seasons, and we will continue to lose more as the universe closes one door to open another and another new chapter. We're about to open. Where will it take us next? I don't know. All we know is the road so far. Felicia Day really brought Charlie to life, bringing her spark and genius to the role and making us believe that even us who walk with our heads in the clouds in fantasy, that we have every right to be seated with the hunters and the men of letters, that we too can fight the good fight and bring carnage to a very chaotic world and make it a better place for all. Thank you for making Charlie so funny and candid. I really enjoyed watching her grow on screen and be like the many other amazing characters we have lost along the way. We will never forget them. Sam is making bullets and Rowena is there waiting. She's waiting. Sam is livid as Dean is gone and still has the mark. Sam doesn't want to kill Dean but doesn't care about the consequences because of, I guess. Sam has become a protective brother of Dean all of a sudden, really. Dean is holding up in a hotel and he's binge drinking, reassuring himself that he is good. Haha, keep dreaming, mate. You're so far off the reservation you need a map and coordinates. Rowena is a cock and is wasting time in deflecting. She is so sly. Cup of tea and a negotiation. My freedom guaranteed and the codex, Rowena. To Sam. Castiel, this is a mistake. Shh. Castiel, he isn't listening. So, Dean isn't working well with others, not in the best place. He ends up with like a fang banger thing, they call it, and it's basically a stupid ass episode of him becoming more like the mark than actual Dean himself, because he becomes more ruthless, even though he doesn't have the weapon. He's literally becoming more and more like Kane himself, which was warned that it would happen, that the thirst would get more and the hunger would get more. So he's literally trying to take himself out or do something that the mark will be changed or removed no matter what. He gets someone killed. They need a few ingredients as well for the spell. They say an apple, but it's actually a quince, part of a golden artifact. And he also needs the blood of someone like you care about, basically. We have that. Dean just really doesn't know what the fuck to do, so he leaves his car keys and says, "She's all yours," to Sam, and then he ends up finding them. Dean is in the mirror and he's looking at himself, and he's going down a bad road, a bad alley, and he has no choice. Rage Room Dean is where he trashes the fucking hotel room. Like, I've been to one of these and they're completely fun. So totally trashing the place. It was either that or having an angry wink, and I don't think that's CW friendly. Has the same effect, but it isn't PG, so no. We'll just have Rage Room instead. The ingredients for the spell are rare and well difficult to find. Of course they are. Castiel to Crowley, I need your assistance. No is not an acceptable answer. Crowley to Castiel, blast me or beg. Quince is not an apple. Crowley can get the items, right, and he misses not being a part of the A team, and he misses not having besties, I think. Sam sees the keys for baby in the trashed fat room with "She's all yours." Dean is chanting, "Here comes death." He gave it an offering to kill him, and he has all the good fatty foods for death in Mexican kind of restaurant type place. Death is like, nah, you have fucked me over before, and again, I don't blame him. Dean has said he cannot and had no moves left apart from death himself. Nothing can kill him with that mark. That's what death says. Before the mark, before everything, there was darkness. and beaten off by God in a war. And God created a mark to keep it locked away. It serves as not only a lock, but also its key. And in charge of this was Lucifer, his greatest basically soldier. But the mark became more powerful, and that it became harder to control, and became a curse, and began to corrupt. And Lucifer became jealous of men, basically. God then banished Lucifer to hell. Then he gave the mark to Cain, who passed it to you. The finger in the dike. I was pissing myself. This dike's actually a place where you put your bins and stuff. It's basically a wall type thing. It just always makes me laugh, old words. He could remove only if he shared it with another, so that the darkness can remain banned, and Dean wasn't going to burden another with this, as he knows it is a curse that will destroy you. But he offers to take him somewhere not on Earth, but he wouldn't be a danger to anyone, including himself. Crowley is with the coffee guy is now painting a picture for him on Rowena's origin story and how she loved him like her own, and she healed him when he was dying and about to die, basically, because his family took her in and looked after her. And she gifted him immortality. Looks like the titty twister from Dusk Till Dawn. Sam has arrived where Dean is with death. It's Sam's death, not Dean's, to get out of this Cain deal. Cain warned him it would always be those two at the end, and it would always come down to the fact that he never killed Sam in the first place. This is madness. This is Sparta. That's what I got from that. The darkness does it sound like a good thing. Just as Justin Hawkins. It's always about brothers, isn't it? Sam, stop being Dr. Phil. Sam, you selfish douche. Removing the mark unleashes the darkness. Crowley, a pity party. Crowley, a pity party for his mummy because he wants her to love her and she's heartless. Crowley has begun to realise his mother couldn't love him. Oscar is Seth, the guy from the coffee place that she gave immortality, and she did love him like a son. Closing the gates of hell and how Dean saved him. He should have died and been without him being in this world, so take them out. Then take out the evil, the trash. Competition of who has fucked up more on Earth, really? Now, boo-hoo guys, boo fucking who. Stop getting butt up. In the bigger picture, brothers end up fighting like children. Dean's stronger, hello Mark O'Kane, but the fighting noises are kind of hot. They always end up drawing blood with their fists, these boys, don't they, boys, only boys? Death hands over the scythe. Please do me the honour of taking out your brother, basically. Dean tells Sam to close his eyes. Sammy, close your eyes. No, you will see my eyes when you chop my head off, mate. Take it like a champ. Sam shows Dean the pictures of him and his mother and his family and says that he can beat this and blah, 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 blah. Death says do it or I will. That's your cue, mate. Go for it. Kachoppy, forgive me. And Dean kills Death. Instead, Ashes. He turns to ashes. Uh-oh. That will bring trouble, no doubt. Rowena is doing the spell, and here comes the pure evil like nothing we have ever experienced before. Lightning strikes Dean, and the mark is coming off before our very eyes. Gone. Rowena has had enough power to hold Castiel and Crowley, and now Castiel is feral and coming for Crowley, and she leaves. Black smoke everywhere. Where have we seen this before? Get in the car, let's go. Really? Baby is wonderful, but they are stuck in the mud, watching the black smoke decimate everything and covering the Impala. We hear Dean and then nothing. So that was season 10. What did you think? Is this the best finale that we've had so far? Who's your favourite character this season? Who's your favourite character that we've lost along the way? Please let me know what your favourite comments or their favourite lines or what the character brought, and maybe the character did something for you. Doesn't have well, in many reasons it could have helped you like understand something, or it could have helped you in maybe some other way. But let me know in the comments below. Like try and keep it PG because I don't maybe not to the fuck knows. We're not going to be that channel. What will we expect in season 11? We are fair getting through these seasons, aren't we? How was the breakdown for you? Let me know if you enjoyed all the supernatural breakdowns. Let me know what you think. And no spoilers, remember, of anything after season 12, episode 12, because I have only seen to that and I don't want to really miss the reaction of the rest of the seasons up to the finale, please. So, if you have anything to say supernatural related about the Confessions of Fancy Impala, please remember you can comment below. If you like content like this, remember to go to our Confessions from the Darkside social media platforms, which are Twitter, which is X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Music, Spotify, and Buzzsprout. Let us know what you think over on our social media, and let's get chatting about this topic, all the topics. Let's grow our community and spread how awesome the horror community actually is. If you want to get to know us as individuals, then you can check out our links below. I am Darcy Darkness. I have a YouTube, an Instagram, a Twitch, and a Kick, and the spelling is on screen right now. Lunar has a YouTube, a Twitch, and an Instagram, and that is Lunar X Rising. If you need to reach out to us at any point, we have an email address for everything, and it's confessionsfromthedarkside@gmail.com, which is the channel. Darcy, which is behind the mash reviews at gmail.com, which is my channel, and the spelling is on screen. And Lunar is lunarxrising@gmail.com. And that was Confessions from the Dark Side presents Confessions from the Front Seat of the Impala, a breakdown and discussion of Season 10. And I am Darcy Darkness, and I'll see you in the next one. Later!